All right, folks, we here, episode 24 of the Fanboy Lai podcast. I'm Najee. I'm here with my good buddy Rel. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
So, how was your last week? This past week.
Oh man, this last week was
was
amazing.
It's been a good, as they say, it's been a good week. We got Captain Marvel on Monday, and then you got the Avengers Endgame on Thursday.
They showed us absolutely nothing, and I loved every bit of it.
Look, they already know they got you hooked in. Just like, yo, just let you know, this is here. It's here.
We're gonna show you how sad things got.
Oh my gosh,
the movie was sad.
Yo,
this one's gonna be worse.
I was waiting for my medication to kick in, dog. I'm like, I got so anxious looking at Tony out there by himself.
Right.
And time has passed.
Oh yeah,
time has passed. But also the snap now has a name. The Decimation.
I keep forgetting.
Look, dog, I think again
they had to give it a name because everybody's like the snap.
Yeah.
Damn, the snap.
We can't go by what you said last week, your head canon.
Yeah.
So
yeah, true.
Yeah. So today we will be discussing that Avengers trailer further, and we're going to get to part 3 of this breakdown of the X-Men film series.
Yes. For once, all 3 movies were pretty good.
Yeah.
Some still better than others.
But they were pretty good.
Yeah, but it's definitely not, the Wolverine bad. Or not the Wolverine bad. X-Men Origins bad.
Yeah. And we will be, but that doesn't exist, right? It's like,
retcon.
But then we also will be discussing the Deadpool 1 and 2, and then what the future lies for Dark Phoenix and New Mutants. And that'll round it out. Man, if there's anything else to pop up between now and the end of that journey, sure.
Something else is going to come up.
But yeah, so Avengers.
Damn.
Yeah. How many times? We just watched it again. That was like a fifth or sixth time. This shit was crazy.
Yeah, that was my 3rd time. I watched it twice the same day and then just sat there and thought about it. Like I just sat like how Chris Hemsworth's store was just sitting there thinking about what happened.
Oh my gosh! Like as soon as I got the link up, I like, I'm not watching this on my phone. I was right next to my TV, like 4K. We gonna watch this right here.
Right. They put it.
Oh my gosh.
4K, definitely.
Oh my gosh! And like just watching it, Tony by himself in space. That really, the anxiety you feel the hopelessness in that.
Yeah. So I think 1 or 2 things for that first shot. 1 or 2 things is happening right now. Either Tony is absolutely positively by himself, or I think Nebula was just in another room. But it wouldn't be far-fetched to say Nebula said, "Hey Tony, like I don't even fucking know you. I'm gonna go try and find Thanos and fix this shit."
Yeah, that's probably what she did. But we seen how that
wants to go back to Earth.
Yeah, we seen how that worked the last time.
Oh, she didn't hit him with a ship.
But she has a thing with trying to attack people with just ships and trying to trash ships on people.
Right, yeah.
Like she tried to get Gamora with that in Guardians 2, remember?
Yes, yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna shoot you, I'm gonna crash the ship on you and try to shoot you. But
Guardians 1 too. Not a ship, but she's trying to kill her sister.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. Anytime she tries to kill someone, it just doesn't work.
She's a tender heart, that's what that is.
Call yourself an assassin.
Look, everybody know, but at the core, she's just a sweetheart. Yeah. All she wanted was a sister.
All she wanted was that fruit.
Some yarrow.
Yeah.
Give me that yarrow root. It's not right.
It's not right. But then the funnier part is when she bit it.
Yeah.
And spit it out and said, "It's not right." Just admitting like no, fuck it, I know it's not right. Damn.
Like shit. But the trailer, man, I mean, that seems like the plausible thing that she was there and
just wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but is she technically an alien and don't need air? Maybe did she leave? Like, I'm sucking up the air.
Yeah, she is.
Even if she don't need air, she's probably taking it in.
Maybe. I mean, she's more a robot than anything else right now. So
yeah. Oh, I don't know. But because there was also one scene where you saw her, she was on the ship. She had her hand on somebody's shoulder.
Right.
So maybe that was one of the things where that opening scene is, all right, well, we might as well make our last ditch. If we said what air is going to be out tomorrow, this is the last message. She's, they probably did the calculations. I'm gonna go step off and say what I say. she was probably actually that scene where you seeing her look in between the ship and like she is looking at the screen. Maybe she's seeing him record this shit.
True.
So who knows? Again,
maybe that hand on the shoulder was her leaving.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Or yeah, that's what I was saying. Or even that hand on the shoulder can be, is he recorded already? She tries to communicate whatever and then walk off.
Yep.
So tries her best to say something to, because if they were on the ship together, more than likely time has passed. They have gotten to know each other.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's more, yeah.
Sad, depressed Tony Stark with Nebula, who's already sad and depressed. And probably more sad and depressed that her father killed her sister.
So you're trying to wonder. I wonder. Well, the sarcasm will come out as a defense mechanism for Tony. So
definitely.
That's going to be there.
Not.
But they gave, like you said, they gave you enough. They didn't show you a lot because there's still, you don't know how Rocket's taking things.
True. Yeah, he loves Groot, man.
Yeah.
And then he'll eventually find out he lost his whole family.
Yeah, like
they're all gone except him and Nebula.
Was Nebula family? Do you consider her like?
She's a guardian.
After 2?
After 2, she's a guardian.
Okay.
She's doing the right thing at least now.
Now, this is one by default. It's like that heel character. Like, dude, you seen what happens on the other side.
Yeah.
You might as well.
Might as well. Thanos is just gonna pull you apart again.
So, but that whole trailer was, goodbye to Cap's beard. Everybody's saying.
Everyone is so upset about Cap's beard.
But he's back in the Winter Soldier uniform.
Yes. From
the Captain America uniform from Winter Soldier.
Yes. Oh man,
that was the best one because they got the shield logo on the side.
See that? Yeah.
I prefer that logo over just the Avengers logo on the side for some reason. But yeah, so that's good. But Scarlet still has blonde hair, so I guess she's just taken to that.
Black Widow.
Excuse me. Yes.
Scarlet Witch dead too.
Nah, I was thinking Scarlett Johansson.
I'm sorry, you called her by her own.
Called her by our government. But yeah, Black Widow still has the blonde hair, so yeah, I guess she's just.
We got
not too much upkeep.
We got Thor looking like he about to drop the hottest.
Everybody saying this shit. It looks like he on 8 Mile and shit.
Yeah, so the lady's got one shot. He can't miss his chance.
So, yeah, everybody's basically back in New York.
I'm guessing everyone's gonna go back to New York. I mean, because Wakanda's got to clean up and mourn the loss of the king and the fucking princess.
Yeah.
So, and then we don't know the fate of T'Challa's mom or anybody else that might have been a casualty.
But it's safe to assume M'Baku's on the throne.
M'Baku's alive.
Yeah, man, he's on the throne. I think the
Russos made it a point to show him at the end of Infinity War. Yeah. Just so like, hey, look, you see all these people dying? He's not dead. Just remember that. Put that in your back pocket.
Yeah.
But anyone else we don't show, that's up in the air.
Yeah. And then you got got a glimpse of Ronan, which I know you when we spoke when the trailer dropped. I know you have a big spiel, so I will give you the floor for that to see the deeper meaning of Ronan. It is good. Stay tuned. Go ahead.
So listen, I think this is it for Ronan. I think all the stuff that was happening in Infinity War, the first invasion in New York, that first part, he's probably with the wife and kids, and I guarantee you, when that happens, she probably says, Clint, I think you need to go. And he's probably like, no. I'm not going to go. I've retired. The Sokovia Accords, I'm done, right? I'm not going to do anything. The Avengers or what's left of these guys can handle it. Once they leave Earth, because technically they pretty much won that fight. They just had to get Doctor Strange back. They beat both of those guys. One guy's in Antarctica with one arm, even though he comes back later. I'll say that was as successful a battle as they got during this whole movie. That's the only one they were close to winning. So Hawkeye's by himself now with his family, relaxing. The events of the movie are still playing out, but they're on another planet. And then the end of the movie takes place in Wakanda in Africa. So got no idea what's going on over there, right? It's not like there were any fucking cameras and shit like that over there. He's got no fucking idea. Sitting there with his family. Of course, he's wondering what's going on. Maybe he even tried to reach out to Tony or Steve or something like that just to see what was going on. Turns around, family, gone.
Yeah.
Family's just gone.
And he don't know why.
And he has no idea what happened. No idea what's going on. just that his family is going. Maybe they even go one by one. Maybe like his wife goes first, and he's like, "What the hell is going on?" And then he turns around, and his kids are fading away.
Yeah, and you gotta think. I think that's a brilliant piece of just storytelling and just. I mean, this is what happens. I just think is the way the Russo brothers piggybacked off of what Joss Whedon established in Avengers 2: Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Well, Avengers: Age of Ultron, with he had 2 kids and his wife was pregnant.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
His wife is pregnant, so he has 3 kids now. And then also the fact that you was building up even in the whole Age of Ultron, him losing his life.
Right.
And him, his job basically almost coming before, causing his life with his kids. Yeah. So even after he he came out of retirement once.
Hit 18.
Yeah. And then got arrested and took a plea deal again for the family. I'm away from that life.
Right.
And I do believe your joint right there was when you're saying he wanted to help, but he's with his family.
Right.
But I do think he probably maybe thought he should have stayed with his family because you got the kids, so maybe he knows what they can do. Maybe they can handle it. I might be better. I might be needed more here.
Right.
Since this is a legit all-out invasion.
Right. That makes sense because of what he said too in Age of Ultron as well when he told Scarlet Witch, "I'm just a guy with some arrows."
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he's a badass guy with some arrows, but he's just a human that's shooting arrows like trick arrows.
Yeah, exactly. They high-tech arrows, but in the end, they're just arrows.
Yeah.
Like you got people who are, I'm sure he probably kept update that Vision probably got fucked up.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, if these dudes can fuck up the Vision, you saw what happened with him and
he couldn't even hit the Vision. Well, he could hit the Vision, it just
didn't do anything. So what am I gonna do with these dudes who take down this guy who can change his density?
Right. So come on, Clint, you can't hurt me.
and that's what's crazy. Like you seen a look on his face, like even the eyeliner Jeremy Renner normally wears was gone. Like this dude looks just sad.
Yeah. And he was wearing a mask, which he doesn't typically, even though Hawkeye does wear like a mask
in
the
but the Ronin, he had like that was like the full Ronin costume out the comics.
Right.
That was pretty cool. And like, I mean, I got hype. I don't know much about the Ronin character, but I know what a Ronin is, and just if you go by that, and that's badass. Like you literally have no master, no home,
right?
Because they say once you get married and have kids, that's your home, that's your family,
right.
He
loses all that. What does he do?
I'm a man without a purpose right now. Everybody out there can get it.
He just and like you think about it, he's just a hired gun, just going around killing people.
Yeah,
but it will make sense. He doesn't know who to go after.
Yep.
And then even if he meets up with Steve and Natasha and Banner, and they say, "Hey, we fought this really big alien who got these 6 magical gems from outer space, most of them, one ripped out of Vision's head. He put them in a big golden gauntlet. And Thor, with a new axe, I don't know where that came from, stabbed him in the chest. Dude still snapped his fingers. And and half of everyone's dead."
Yeah. I
what a story.
Yeah, I like to think though, since it seems like it is some time has passed, I don't think it might have been like their first contact with each other. At least those who are on Earth.
Yeah.
So I would think one of the first things that, almost how like at the end of the trailer Scott did, went to Avengers HQ. Right. If you're an Avengers, one of those things. All right, even if we don't have radio contact, let me go here. Maybe I'll find somebody, and then like, hey, all right, I'm gonna go here. Maybe Rel there. Then from there, me and Rel can go. That's 2 people. We can see where we go from there.
Right.
So
I'd imagine they tried to reach out to Fury.
Yeah.
Gone. Of course, that makes sense. Hawkeye's like, fuck, my family's gone. Like, what do I do? Let me call Steve.
If I can't call nobody,
Tony. Let me call Natasha, Banner. Like, probably not Banner. I don't know. He probably doesn't know Banner's back on Earth yet. But
I think the first bet would probably say, chain of command. You'll hit Fury.
Yeah.
You hit Fury. Then maybe you gotta remember he still works on that. He plays both sides, so he probably would hit Fury, Tony, Cap, and then maybe you could try to Agent Hill.
Yeah, you could try Agent Hill. Some lesser known.
Yeah.
Ant-Man. Maybe. Yeah. Fuck it. He's probably like, shit, let me call Peter.
Yeah, it's called somebody.
Man.
So, yeah.
But they let slip out in interviews past that there is a scene with everyone together.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
That's
That is
good.
going to be the money shot of all money. That is the money shot of
Ugh.
10 years. 10 years. That's the one where people are like, oh my God, here, take all of it. Just, man, we need all of it. So it's called a money shot.
Pause.
Just saying, Paul, that's
Phrasing.
why it's called a money
I
shot.
know, but phrasing. I don't even want to call it a splash page after that. Like, god damn.
How old are you? Ladies and gentlemen, this guy's older than me, right? His mind is still in the gutter.
Oh, man. That's funny. That's funny. I'm sorry. Immaturity at its best. Yes. But that's going to be epic. That's going to be epic. I think it might be that, like I said, I think it might be that, what was that leaked concept art where it had everybody in those new uniforms. You may get something like that. You know, Hulk bitch ass might finally come back. He don't want no more smoke. That's why.
Well, the Russo brothers went on record saying that's not the reason why the Hulk isn't coming out.
Yeah, he's. Come on, dog. I'm going by the street way. The way they.
I know. I'm about to say.
It's just how they saying Thanos had his jersey in the rafters, even though it's just a scarecrow now. Like.
No, I was still gonna say. I still don't think he wants to fight Thanos. I mean, I know Bruce Banner doesn't want to fight Thanos.
He just tied. Look, dog.
He said in Infinity War, Tony's like, "You want a piece from a big guy?"
Yeah. No, not really. When I get out.
When I get what I want.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Just like old times. Like, yo.
Right.
Dude, you embarrassed me in front of the Wizards.
He says, "I'm sorry, Mr. Banner, but if your green friend won't be joining us,
like, yo.
you gotta go."
But my whole thing is, speaking of that scene, because that scene always get me. Wong still, like, dog, you got bigger things than fucking with this damn sanctum, bruh.
Yeah, I know.
Like, the sanctum's unguarded. I'll see you later. You coming along? No? All right, I'll holler.
You're like, oh, I just told you that a gigantic spaceman is collecting these stones and plans to wipe out half of the universe.
What if Dormammu come back? Well, look, dog.
I think Dormammu might want to fight this motherfucker too.
Like, seriously.
Like, because Thanos is like, yo, this is going to be even.
Like, Thanos is going to do more than just have you do replay every time.
Right.
Like, seriously, you're going to do more than just let's do this scene over and over.
Right.
It's going to be worse than Groundhog Day, dude.
Yeah, when he said he wiped out, all life, like, does that count like Celestials too? Like, would they die as well?
Well, it said the universe.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, they're pretty powerful, but I know with the Infinity Gauntlet with Thanos should make him stronger than them, but that'd be pretty fucking crazy.
Well, we'll see.
Celestials just disappear, or the Watcher just disappears. Like, I know you probably be mad as shit he ain't intervene.
Well, we know Stan Lee survived the snap.
Yeah.
Side note with Stan Lee, he was in freaking the Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
He was.
He didn't realize he was in a DC movie.
Yeah.
This dude's stupid.
He's done everything.
Yeah, literally. That's why he's the man. But
Stan the man.
what else was in the trailer that we can take from?
My favorite line of the trailer.
Oh, the end.
Yeah, between Natasha and Steve. And Natasha says, "It'll work. It'll work, Steve." And he says, "I know it will, because if it don't, I don't know what we'll do."
Yeah, look, that was like the first time Steve like I'm out of ideas. You know,
Right.
he ain't like Dutch. He ain't got a plan.
Oh, I got a plan.
I got a
Arthur.
plan.
Come with me, Arthur. I know exactly how we can get some money, Arthur. We can get the money, Dutch.
The money.
The money.
But yeah, I did like the visual at the end as you see the A coming together.
Right.
You're literally seeing the Avengers symbol assemble.
Right.
That which was pretty cool. That the symbolism was saying basically it's going to imply that everybody, not only the two, Tony and Cap getting back together.
Right.
So whatever happens with the quantum realm, all the Avengers are getting back together.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna fix this definitely. I mean, they have to, but
Yeah.
I just want to like, and that's the thing. Like, people get mad, like, oh man, they did this, and we already know they're all gonna come back because they got trailers coming out, and blah blah. And Spider-Man is fucking on, Jimmy Kimmel talking about his new movie, and he's supposed to be dead, blah. Yeah, but I already knew that going into as soon as he snapped his fingers, I was just like, oh shit, they actually did it. That was the shocking part to me. Like, what superhero movie kills off a bunch of their superheroes?
Where it really shocked you was the fact that you started, if you were like me, when he snapped, you're like, yo, it's 2.5 hours. Yo, we only got like 10 minutes left, yo. I was looking at my watch like, yo, hold the fuck up, yo. They ain't gonna end it like this. And then you just see the end. And yeah, I think a lot of people were sitting in the theater for the credits, not for necessarily another scene. Yeah. It was one of those, holy shit, did they really just end the movie like that?
Right, and that's what it was, and that's I think what people, the naysayers, miss about Infinity War. It's like, you tell me in the last 10 years a superhero movie that you watched that ended with the villain winning, regardless of whether or not you knew like the part 2 was coming out. Yeah. You name one fucking movie. None of the Marvel movies up until this point have ever done that.
No.
None of the DC movies have ever done that. As great as the Dark Knight movies are, Batman is one.
While I will say this, though, the Dark Knight was one of the few superhero movies where I actually felt like uneasy.
Yeah, you felt uneasy, but Batman still won.
No, I get that. Yeah. I get that, but I'm still just saying, even did he? I'd say he broke even.
He won
with the dent. And he was going away.
I understand that part with Harvey Dent.
Yeah,
but he showed the Joker that the people of Gotham
that's what you're saying
better than what he thought they were.
But he still had that ace up the sleeve, and he was showing it, even though he still proved his point.
They both proved their point.
That's how I said it's a break even.
But see, that's not Infinity War.
Yeah. No. I get what you're saying.
Thanos proved his point.
I get what you're saying, but it's still,
and he proved that.
That's where I was trying to just get the correlation. That was, Dark Knight was that only one that gave me that emotion. Was like, all right, I know he's going to win, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'd never second guessed in any other movie that the hero wasn't going to come out on top.
Yeah, and I can see that going into the end of Dark Knight.
It's just like,
is he going to stop this dude? And then what about Dent? And then he says, I'll stick on my ace.
I still got Dent. Like, Doug, look, this dude was the reason, and this was the reason why. Like, sure, everybody know you're the man behind the man who put everybody in jail, but as far as the public know, this guy, yeah.
All Dent.
Yeah. It's basically how it would be if we found out like Mr. Rogers wasn't Mr. Rogers.
Right, find out
no,
the way he died is that he fucking tried to kill a cop. And
like no,
and then the one cop was like, "I'll take the fall for it, and you can chase me."
Yeah, like no, not this guy. Like I loved him
because he's not being what we want him to be.
Yeah, but that's what I meant.
Yeah,
but I totally agree. Not since freaking what was that? The Empire Strike Back that a bad guy was like you like damn.
Yeah, like it ended with the bad guy winning, and then like, you could even say that.
Well, we could say Harry Potter did it.
You could say Harry Potter did it. Goblet of Fire was pretty.
Not even Goblet of Fire. You say the end of part 1 of the Deathly Hallows. Yeah. Voldemort in power.
What was it? Order of the Phoenix? That's the one where they killed Dumbledore.
Nah, that's what you call him? Half-Blood Prince.
Half-Blood Prince. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Half-Blood Prince. Yes, you can say that one too.
That
one ended kind of weird too.
That one just ended real depressing.
Yeah. And which one did Sirius Black die?
That was Order of the Phoenix.
There you go. Damn.
Well, they caught bodies from 4 to 7. You just like, yo, it's these bodies about to pile up, bro.
Motherfuckers been just checking in these Harry Potter movies. Like, this a kid's book? Why they killing all these people?
That's like I know people side Harry Potter note. I remember talking to certain adults like, oh, my kids love it. I had to stop at Goblet of Fire. Once we get there, we're gonna have to wait a couple years. It gets crazy. I'm like,
gotta get a little older.
But yeah, well, look.
They straight just started offing people every chance they got. They was like, I'm gonna kill you.
Look, Doc.
Oh, you overheard the snake talking? That's fine. Just come on over here. Real quick. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, this Infinity War, man. I mean, I'm sorry, Endgame.
We're in Endgame now.
They said it twice throughout the series.
At least
they said it just twice. Age of Ultron When he said, "Are we doing all this?" Tony was like, "We're doing all this down here, but up there, that's the end game." And then Doctor Strange said in Infinity War.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? They asked the Russo brothers, they're like, "Do we know what the what the name is?" And he said it was said before.
Yeah,
so many things were said out of 20 fucking movies.
dog. But even when you click on the link for the trailer when it first dropped,
Yep,
all
it
it
just
says
says
is Avengers trailer.
Yep.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
They made you wait till the end of the trailer to get the name.
Brilliant.
That was
Brilliant.
And when we posted it, I made sure to put Avengers 4 trailer just because.
That, oh my
Just 'cause
gosh,
I knew,
man.
I was like, I know what you guys are doing.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
It seemed like it popped up out of nowhere.
It did. It was super random. It was like 7 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah, I'm about to say like 9 o'clock over here Eastern time.
Yeah, it was because I was on my way back home. It was like 8 o'clock, and it's been up for like 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm like,
I was actually cleaning up the house. I'm doing housework, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Watch that trailer.
I started sending out mass text messages. All I sent was the trailer. It's happening.
Like, duh. And what about what else was it? You found out with Scott Lang. I really want to know how the hell he get out.
Right.
Like,
so my theory on that one is based off of that end credit scene in Ant-Man. Spoilers for Ant-Man and the Wasp, where he goes into the quantum realm, and then she says before he goes in, be careful you don't like fall into like a time pocket or whatever the case is. I'm guessing he fell into a time pocket and came out and was like, oh shit.
well, I'm still saying, how does he get out?
I'm saying
Because remember, it seemed like he was stuck in there with no radio contact.
Yeah,
and they were supposed to bring him back.
Right, and I'm saying he fell into a time pocket, and that's how he gets out. Forward in the time jump in the movie, everyone says it might take place like 5 years later. I'm thinking that's what'll happen. He'll fall out of a time like vortex 5 years in the future, wondering what the fuck has happened, what's going on, and hey, let me just go see the Avengers and find out what's happened. That's a theory.
Theory as good as all any.
We
don't look. We didn't get much to
right.
Like, I mean, shit, they don't even. Well, they didn't know it.
Because you got to think about it. How else is he going to get out?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, you saying if you just fall through a vortex, he's just going to end up out of the realm and out of the
different time. Yeah.
But who gets him out of the field generator? That's like my thing. Like, somebody. Don't they have to press some buttons? Because they all needed. They were all monitoring what it was to get him out. So what? A future somebody gonna bring him out 5 years later, but he's still gonna be 35.
What's gonna happen? That's what will happen if you time travel.
I'm just saying. I know that. I'm just saying. Like, I'm thinking somebody physically has to.
Somebody just walked up, pressed a button.
Was it his daughter looking for it? But she's supposed to be how old now? In the future, like 16, 17.
Fucking idea.
So that's maybe his daughter looking for him, but that's the only that's the only thing I can think of. Because like somebody has to, because that was the panic right there. Was how do you get out?
The Fanboy Lai, we have solved the mystery at the beginning of the movie. He's gonna get swallowed in a time pocket, and his daughter is gonna get him out. She's gonna operate the machine to get him out. He's gonna go in the future, and she's gonna be like some fucking scientist.
But she's supposed to be, 16 in this, right?
Fuck it. She's a smart-ass kid like Peter Parker.
I think she's going to be smart, but I think maybe somebody helps her.
Maybe she got help from someone.
What's the bull? What's
Eric Selvig from Thor?
That would be nice. Or even, is Lawrence Fishburne in this too? Is he in this one?
I don't know. Look at the cast.
That's what I'm doing now.
IMDb might have it.
That's what
I'm telling you. We're calling it now. We got it.
We got it.
All
right, y'all don't even need to go see the movie. Just come out. I'll write the whole IMDb, Wikipedia plot page.
Yep, that's it.
Give me your $10.
Yep, just come here. Fanboylair.wordpress.com. Just come and watch it. We'll have everything up for you.
There you go. No, he's not in it, so.
Damn.
There's gonna be
a possibility.
Yeah.
He would be the best possibility.
Selvig?
Bill Foster. No, Bill Foster. Because that would make more sense for the Ant-Man storyline.
Yeah.
Her trying to, because he dealt with quantum technology, so it would make more sense to do something like that. Damn.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Is it fucking April yet? It's only December 8th. Damn. I need it.
It need to happen, yeah.
It's got to happen now.
Jeez Louise. Brock Romolo gonna be back in the movie. Crossbones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, they bringing everybody back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they go to multiple time periods.
I think it's possible.
Maybe that's why he's got his Winter Soldier outfit on.
I think it's possible. They're trying to figure out. Maybe they went back a couple times.
Right. I mean, it makes sense to go back to the Battle of New York because we don't know whether or not Thanos was in that wormhole. What if he was?
I mean,
maybe he could go up there and get him.
They could retcon it right there.
Yeah, they could.
Or figure. I don't know. Maybe figure something out.
Yeah, but I know for a fact if they go back to that battle, they're just going to get Loki's scepter and the Tesseract because they know they didn't know they were Infinity Stones before.
Yeah,
they do know now. You go back and take those, and then if you're messing with time, can Thanos see that? Like he's got all the gems.
I don't know.
Like, see what's going on. Like the Power Stone boosts the Time Stone's power. So it's like, can he see what the fuck they're doing, or is he just gonna be sitting there
I don't. Well, remember I told you this theory that was always going on, that based on Infinity War that the Time Stone was being used when it was given to Thanos.
Oh yeah, I remember you did say that.
Yeah, they said it glows. Every stone glows when it's in use.
Yeah,
and when Doctor Strange was giving it to Thanos, it was still glowing. And they were saying one of the reasons why it broke was because maybe it was a time paradox going on, that it was still in use in the future, and Thanos used it in the present. It maybe broke fucking time. Again.
Dude, they do some shit like this, it's gonna blow my fucking mind. I'm not even gonna explode if they do some shit like that, man. Because that's a good one.
If you guys
they all
look,
do glow when they use them. Every single time Thanos ever used the stone, he closed his fist, and it always, whatever stone he was using, always would glow.
There you go. So we would like to hear, pretty much everybody who listens to us got some way of contacting us. If you got any theories, please reach out to us.
Share.
What would they comment on?
You can comment on almost iTunes, Podbean.
Oh, we can. Yeah, awesome! I never peeped.
You can leave reviews and everything, especially
I never peeped the content.
Yeah.
I mean the comments. Well, yes, please, you guys review, comment. Now I know we can do that. I'll reply.
Yeah.
Or you can just hit me up on Facebook.
Right.
You know, like I said, everybody who probably listen already knows me.
Yeah, you can go to the Fanboy Lairs Facebook page. It's just the Fanboy Lair.
Yeah.
You'll know it. Same logo.
Pretty much.
Same blue logo. You'll know it.
So, on to X-Men.
On the X-Men.
We close this out with the part 3 of this retrospective thinking, going into it. Start with X-Men First Class.
Yes.
Released May 25th, 2011. Got your director, Matthew Vaughn, who did Kick-Ass and the Kingsman movies.
Good on him. That was a good job he did with First Class.
Yeah. I really like the Kingsman.
Yeah, Kingsman's good. I didn't see
Golden Circle. It was all right, but, it grows on me. You know what it is? My wife got she got a thing against Channing Tatum. So it's like now when I watch it, I can't help but laugh. like she hates him so much that
he's so fucking funny though.
She said he can't act.
Are you serious? He acts the same in every movie, but it's funny.
Where's the range? It's like if I just act as myself in movies, I'm like, oh, he's just himself in every movie.
It's funny because I can picture Channing Tatum's Duke Devlin from G.I. Joe, being the same person, and this is the end.
Oh yeah.
Because he acts the same every movie, and then his G.I. Joe character was just the same character from 21 Jump Street.
And that's the whole thing. 21 Jump Street were comedies, so it works for him. But in dramas that he was trying to do earlier, he nah. What he's doing now in his lane. Yeah. All right. Yeah. But then who was the writers? It was 4 writers. It was one of those. I put in a piece of the story. The script was in production for a while. Yeah. It took $160 million to make. That was the budget. It made about $350 back. So that was a success. Oh. Especially this was coming off of Origins.
Yeah. What would be coming off of Origins?
No,
it would be coming off of Wolverine.
The Wolverine?
Yeah,
was
Wolverine was 20.
Okay. No, I thought this was Origins.
Right. It is
this was Origins because remember this was supposed to be. This was supposed to be Magneto. Remember they were supposed to be Wolverine in the Magneto movie. Right. And then they seen what Wolverine did. It was like, oh, let's go back to the drawing board with this shit. And this is what happens.
Yeah.
You get a prequel
Yeah.
that I thought was pretty damn good.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed.
You know, you got Michael Fassbender, you got James McAvoy.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Lawrence was the new face for me. Everybody, I know she was coming off of Winter's Bone, and she won an Oscar for that, I think, or an Oscar nomination. So I had no idea who Jennifer Lawrence was, but
she had no idea how long her makeup would take either.
Yeah, because by the third movie, she's like, "Yo, fuck this shit.
Right.
Can y'all get me out of this?"
Right.
But this is one of the first movies you can see. Like, it's funny, you watch Jennifer Lawrence in that, and then you see her now, like, yo, you see how her career's evolved, and you can see how she evolved.
Yeah.
Like, she still looked like a kid.
Yeah.
In First Class, you look at her there like.
Even in Days of Future Past, what we'll get to. Like,
yeah.
She was more Mystique in Days of Future Past than First Class. First Class, she was like, I don't know what I want to be in First Class.
Yeah, but I thought she was pretty good.
I don't know. I think the entire cast was fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, again, if it was one of those movies not knowing really what to go in because it dealt with the Hellfire Club.
Yeah.
And I've always one character in X-Men always confused me was freaking Emma Frost.
Yeah.
I'm like, is she a good guy? Is she a bad guy? It's like somebody like, oh, she's a good guy, or no, she's a bad guy, and then I go pick up a comic and she's the leader of the X-Men. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like she was like Wolverine's second-hand man and Wolverine and the X-Men on Nickelodeon.
I know, but I'm just saying. But there's also comics where she's the bad guy.
It's just, people are like that. Like they turned Mystique into that in this movie. Like Mystique's always been like a villain.
Yeah, I still like, when did she ever lead the X-Men?
Right, and she's one of the leaders of the X-Men. It's so weird how that happened. I'm like, y'all know y'all could have just replaced Storm with Mystique, right? You could have done that.
Like,
because Storm was always older in the X-Men than most of the other X-Men. So you could have just did that. I mean, whatever.
Well, whatever.
Still a good movie.
No, it was. I thought it was pretty good, especially again coming off of Origins. It kind of righted the ship.
Yeah.
Put it in steady hands.
Now, did you notice the opening? Okay, was that the exact same opening as the first X-Men movie?
Possibly.
It looked.
It looked like it was.
Yeah,
but
bent the same way. The guard hit him with.
But it's funny. That's the biggest continuity out of the whole X-Men series.
Yeah.
That gate. Even when they went back to it in Apocalypse, it was still bent the same way. Which made me think, like, I think Auschwitz is a museum now.
Yeah.
So even then, they like, yo, this gate right here. We don't know what the fuck happened. Maybe it was
it's symbolic of Charles Xavier and the X-Men. You notice it bent in an X.
I didn't even peep that.
Yep. As soon as I seen it, I was like, "Oh, ironic foreshadowing."
I didn't peep that. Only one I peeped the X was when he threw it down in front of him. We'll get to that. But X-Men, First Class, they got an 86 in Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Think it's justifiable?
Yeah, 86.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's fine.
Solid movie.
The only one I think would have been rated higher is Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Just for the action and story. But other than that, like, this is
I honestly thought like this one better than Days of Future Past.
Really?
To tell you the truth. Yeah. It's just because what you call him again pops up. The running theme of, you'll see when we get to Days of Future Past, we're about to get to now, is that I can't stand the Striker of this time period.
Yeah, he sucks.
Like, dude,
he's not like the Striker from 2.
Yeah, he's not like, he's more of an annoyance.
Yeah.
Like, what is he like? Fucking Dr. Claw for fucking Inspector Gadget. He's like, every time he hatches some type of dumbass scheme, he maybe gets what he wants, but he gets foiled, and just when we about to get to him, he gets away. I'll get you next time, Inspector Gadget. Like, god damn it, motherfucker. Like,
they run through the door, him and his cat's gone.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, that's just my whole thing. Like, even when we was watching, I was watching Apocalypse. He flew like, this motherfucker. Like, what are you here for?
Right.
Why?
Right.
Why?
Like, it was like, what the fuck? Did you have a strike team?
Like seriously, you just
hovering
sitting
in the corner?
Like, come on, you just in the bushes. Like, oh, it's a fire. Get there. Look, bring in the fake fire trucks.
Do we have to have our base station so close to the X-Mansion? Yeah, because they're going to fuck up sooner or later.
Exactly. Oh, soon. Like, come on.
So, what about that first scene with them in the bar? Well, the first scene where Charles finds his mom in the kitchen and says, "My mom has never stepped foot in this kitchen."
Like, it ain't my mom.
I'm like, damn you. I was like, damn, Charles, you rich.
Like, shit.
Your mom don't even fucking cook.
He looked at the John like, was the dress the right color or was it the wrong color?
I think it was. I don't know.
Because the picture was black and white.
Right. I don't know.
Can she see color in pictures
But
now?
Here's the thing. Why did he have to point out all the all the flaws in her transformation when he could just fucking read her mind? He already knew it wasn't her. As soon as he walked in the goddamn kitchen, he knew it wasn't.
But
her.
that's Charles being a dick and just pointing out.
He like, yo, I know. Listen, I already know you're a fucking shapeshifter, and you're doing it all fucking wrong.
I mean, but that was the growing theme with Charles, that he didn't necessarily. I don't know. He was proud to be a mutant, but it wasn't because his is a inward condition or ability. He don't have to actually, like, he can blend in, and that was his whole idea of trying to blend in. I mean, again, X-Men is just so great with that whole comparison with, like, the civil rights movement and
right.
and the whole, all the marginalized groups. I think it's pretty interesting how they do that, because there was some people take that idea of just blend in. You could be you, but try to be you to what society can stand.
Yeah, right.
And, and even when you saw him when he was in the bar, and Raven had turned her eye, she turned her eye one color. You're like, oh, we gotta go. You tripping?
Yeah,
you tripping? What's up with you, man?
She's like, oh, you got the same man. Who knew fucking Charles was such a ladies' man?
I mean, but how can you not be a ladies' man when you can read their mind?
Right.
You're like,
right.
Oh, I know what she likes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go there and start talking about it.
Exactly.
And even I don't know a thing about it, I'm just gonna read her mind.
It just
spit it back to her.
Exactly. It's just such a groovy mutation right there. Like, oh my gosh.
And then it's so funny. And then it's like if his whole game was to bring a chick home, and he just reads her mind, she's like, "Oh, this dude's lame." He can just leave. He can just stop mid sentence and leave. Like, oh, she's not interested. Just walk off.
And that's the whole thing. And then erase the whole fucking this conversation. You know what? I ain't even dealing with you.
And then you wonder why humans are afraid of mutants.
Like
that motherfucker right there, like, took a strand of her hair and started telling her about the damn strand and why it's that way. And shit.
Look, dog. What else you got?
Oh man, what else we got here? Well, fucking when Mystique says, "Charles, would you date me?" And he's like, "Oh, of course, any gentleman would be lucky to have you." And then she like transforms, like, "But like this." I can't even think of you like that. You're like a sister. He's like, "You're like a sister to me," and I'm like, "Come on, Charles. Like, she's still pretty even when she's dead. Like, it's still Jennifer Lawrence. Like, I can understand if like without the blue shit, she wasn't attractive." But I mean, like, she's attractive with or without.
It's the same.
It's the same person.
Yeah, she got red hair and it's slicked back.
Right.
She got some pomade.
And then here's one thing: even if you really didn't think that, like, dude, don't be a dick. Come on.
That's. I think that is.
You can't read her mind. I know you promised her to read her mind, but like, you don't even need to read her mind. You can tell her self-esteem is fucking low because she's blue with like yellow eyes and red hair. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, look, I understand, and I think that's Charles' biggest one of his character flaws, at least through the first two movies.
Yeah,
say he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah, oh my god,
or like a naive dude who thinks he's in tune with what's going on around.
Right.
Like, for somebody who's as smart as he is, he's clueless to a lot of things.
Right. Yeah, that's a perfect way
to
explain this Charles Xavier.
You know what I mean? It's like he knows the answer to something, but he doesn't know how to. He don't know how to read a person. Right. Like, he knows how to read minds, but he don't know how to read a person. Like,
without your powers, like, you would be so like socially awkward.
Yes.
And like
exactly,
you probably wouldn't be as outgoing as you are because you know like who you can hang around. Cause it's like this dude's being fake. I'm never gonna talk to him again. Like, I know for a fact he just doesn't like me and won't say it. Like,
yeah, and that's just the whole thing. Like he knows the battles he can win.
Yeah,
going into a conversation. But I really liked about the movie just for me, it was my first movie seeing Michael Fassbender and his arc of using rage as his power.
Right.
Like he's just focusing everywhere. Every action is driven, like, sure, it's by revenge, but it's always just his power comes from his anger.
Right.
And it wasn't until, like, I think the most powerful scene was Charles showing him, like, yo, dude, if you focus on being at peace and being one with yourself and just being happy, you can. It's like that figurative. You can move mountains if you believe in yourself.
Right.
This dude moved that big ass fucking.
He kind of sort of like turned him into one of the strongest mutants by doing that.
Yes.
I don't think
He's like that's the whole thing, and that's what popped in my head. Like, oh shit, you just really did create your biggest enemy.
He did, yeah.
But again, your best friend.
Right.
Because no matter if you watch even the Ian McKellen scenes, McAvoy and Fassbender scenes, there is always that if somebody talked about Charles in front of fucking Eric, no, dog, no, they ain't flying. That's one of the most brilliant men I know.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
He was always like that.
Yo, they like, yo, again, me and this dude may not see eye to eye, but he has my utmost respect, and none of y'all motherfuckers are to touch him.
Right. It's so
none of y'all is to touch him.
You can kill any X-Men you want, but not Charles Xavier.
And it's funny that, of course, Charles gets a directive for everybody to be safe, but he knows, like, I'll handle Eric.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't got what is the designation for what is it, Omega mutant or some shit like
Omega
that?
level.
Omega level. So it's like
I'm not sure if there, because there's only like 5 or something like Omega level mutants. It was like Jean Grey, Iceman, and who the hell else was? I can't remember.
I know Charles in even in the comic books, Charles is one of the most powerful people through influence and power.
Because I mean, think about
the sheer power.
Like, man, with Cerebro, he could stop everybody on the fucking planet.
Yeah. Now, I was even saying, Magneto.
Oh, yeah.
Magneto's with power and influence as well. Remember, he was in the Illuminati in the comic books.
Yeah.
So
good grip.
Look.
But yeah, like in my notes here, I've got like the acting is fantastic. It's because of the first couple scenes with Magneto. Like when he starts killing people to find Sebastian Shaw. I fucking loved it, especially one in the bar. Where he's like,
when they're drinking a beer and just looking at each other.
And everyone's just looking at each other.
He's like, I got you. And that's a joke I didn't get. I was watching Seinfeld, and there's the Soup Nazi episode.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the joke back then when he's like, oh, he's leaving and going to Argentina.
Yeah.
You get older, you realize that's where a lot of former Nazis went. To Argentina.
Okay.
And that's where Eric went, found those two boys in Argentina.
Right.
So, I'm just saying, it's a roundabout way. I thought that was hilarious. Like, wow, Argentina really must be the spot where everybody go, huh?
Makes fucking the episode that much better.
Yeah. So that was pretty good. The new Beast, what did you think? Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah. I like him. I wish he would just stay Beast. Just stay blue.
I like how they had that be I like how that came into the side effect. Because for me, I always thought he was. I thought he was always Beast, like the blue guy from the animated series.
Well, he typically is, as you can see in X3 with Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, but remember in the comic books, he used to be just a short, squat white guy.
Yeah.
Who wore like a onesie with a helmet, John. When he wore the yellow and blue costumes,
yellow and blue costumes.
He was Beast or Hank McCoy.
Yeah.
So, that's when I learned that it was an experiment going wrong. Yeah. So
my only problem though is that like doing that makes him seem like the Hulk. Because what triggers him? Anger. Being sexually aroused.
this increased heart rate increases
Sounds like
your.
the Hulk to me. What did Bruce Banner walk around with the Incredible Hulk? Fucking heart rate.
But they both created by Stan Lee, so you can have it how you want.
Listen, I'm not trying to change his creation. I'm saying that's exactly what it makes him seem like. It's just like, well, this is Fox's Hulk. He's a scientist, wears glasses, smart, does the green turns blue.
But it was created by Stan Lee, so maybe Stan Lee was thinking the same thing.
I already should understand that.
All right, then no, you look, dog.
I can still draw the comparison.
But you said that's why you don't like it.
No, I didn't say that's not why I don't. I don't like that he's so similar to the Hulk, like in that respect. Like you have two movie franchises, and you have two characters who are like fucking identical, like in that regard.
I mean, I guess.
Listen, Stan Lee can create it. I ain't got to like everything he creates. He can create it all he wants. You know.
I'm just saying, just like, just with the Ant-Mans and everybody. You got Ant-Man, Spider-Man. You got a lot of insects, and even Stan Lee said that's starting to bug him.
And see, like, I understand.
Oh, no pun intended.
But knee slapper. But like that would be like if Ant-Man was like, that would be like in the movies if fucking Scott Lang was a scientist, a kid, and could also swing from fucking buildings with like some type of ant shit. You'd be like, well, damn, that sounds a lot like Spider-Man. It's just like, you know, there's different iterations of Beast. Did you have to pick the one that's most like the Incredible Hulk? That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. Well, you got what do you think of we mentioned Kevin Bacon, but we didn't tell me what you think. What do you think of Kevin Bacon and Sebastian Shaw?
Absolutely phenomenal. Kevin Bacon was amazing in this movie, man. Just the way he kind of had that like that fucking like smooth ass monologue. He's just like come on, stop. I'm not here for all that. I'm letting you know there's a better way. Okay.
Which one?
Come with me, like Kevin Bacon.
Oh,
yeah, like when he invaded the compound.
Oh yeah.
He's just like, listen, you already know, you working with these guys, they're gonna turn on you. And it's why is that, Najee? Every fucking time they're like, look, we're gonna help the humans out because we're all in it together. We want peace. You can't just kill them. Every time they say that, the humans just tried to kill them. Like after they just saved them, they like,
the most dangerous animal is a human. They say.
Yeah.
So, and we, the human ideas that you're afraid of, but you don't understand.
And I understand it, but I mean, like, you just watch these guys fight.
That's why I told you. I would start out with the X-Men and end up working with Magneto. Like, yo, these motherfuckers tripping, man. You trying to take my voting rights away, and now you're trying to kill me 2 times now.
You want me to be fucking registered, then you want me in jail, you want to keep tabs on me, you got to know where I'm at all times. Like, yo, I understand I got powers, but like, I want to live a normal life.
Like, yo, this dude got powers, and he just work at Target. Who am I bothering?
Right.
Like, who am I bothering? Like, yo, I got powers and I'm standing in line for the new mat, and just like you, bruh. Right. Why are you fucking with me?
It just so happened I gotta wear these big ass red sunglasses. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
Exactly. Like, dog, I'm chilling.
Right. Or I'm chilling. Different. I'm not bothering you.
Like, I like ball too. Just because I can play 1-on-5 don't mean I'm a bad person.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I mean, I like that they actually took this back, to the, what was this, the 60s?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 60s, started a Cold War. That use of the footage for Kennedy with the Cuban Missile Crisis, that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
Especially how they tied that into Magneto.
Right.
Into Days of Futures Past. It would make sense he's a mutant, right? He was one of us.
Right.
That was pretty cool.
That was a nice little nod there. What else we got here?
Yeah, you the one with the you get the.
All right. Then Darwin died. Right. I wasn't too fond of that. Let's talk about the the mutant gathering montage where, like, he saw a little girl that can control the weather, but completely skipped over her. Right? I was like, that's kind of fucking weird. Controlling the weather seems pretty strong.
They were looking for people of age first.
I know, but still, you gotta get a hold on that.
Charles ain't ready to take on no kids. He's a kid himself.
But you got, like, damn, that's a strong ass power. I'm just saying, like, and then it's weird too. Her hair was gray and never mind.
But was not to keep track.
I'm about to talk about.
I already have a theory for Days of Future Past that ties to Apocalypse when we get to it. I actually.
But in First Class, Storm's hair was gray.
Nah, I understand that.
Okay.
Nah, I don't. It has nothing to do with that.
Shit was definitely black in Apocalypse.
Look, dog. Maybe she been dyeing it. I don't know.
But yeah. So I like the little nod to Wolverine. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Just short and sweet. Everybody's like, huh? He showed up.
And it's so funny because Eric looks at Charles. Charles just like,
let's go.
I just looked at this dude's body. I don't think we want any part of what he's got going on.
This nigga got issues.
Because you think about it, it makes sense. Because this is before Charles, like, wanting to help everybody. You know what I'm saying?
And was this, where was Logan at in his life? This had to be Bone Claw Logan.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely Bone Claw.
This Bone Claw Logan.
Yeah. So he's still probably, like, not remembering, like, where the fuck he's been and shit.
No, he's remembering. This is in the 60s.
Oh, yeah, so this is before Origins?
Yeah, okay. This is before Origins. This is even 60s Vietnam.
So
this before he probably went to Vietnam. Or it could be when he's on leave.
It would have to be, like, before that, but then it still got to be, like, before, like, the Weapon X shit.
The Weapon X shit happened in the 80s. 80s.
This timeline. It's hard.
It's weird, but you think Weapon X happened in the 80s because an Apocalypse happened in the 80s, and that's when he got freed by Jean.
Yeah, even though we didn't see that in Origins. But whatever.
Origins didn't happen.
Yeah, retcon.
Yeah, so, but that's what I'm saying, like.
They get away with so much shit, that retcon.
Look, dog, I take it. I swear, like, everybody in the theaters, yeah, I take it.
Yeah, it was smart.
But,
it was smart.
But yeah, so that would have to be, again, that's in the 60s. Vietnam, I'm thinking it's one of those before he went off to Vietnam, because we know he was in Vietnam, and that's when everything went downhill with that. So, whatever. But that was a great little montage. And then you see Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was pretty cool. It's funny. She looked just like her parents, dog. I mean, I understand that's their kid. What happened? But, like, yo, you can look at her like, oh, I see Lenny. Then I see Lenny Kravitz. Then I see freaking Lisa Bonet.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. And what they call her in the movie?
Wasp, right? Angel.
Yeah.
Angel.
She's supposed to be what they call Tempest.
You know what? She said that was her stage name too.
Yeah. So.
And then they got Angel Darwin.
I was hurt when he died though.
Right.
Like he seemed like well, of course he was black. That's one reason I was pulling for him. But
you know when Kevin Bacon gave that little monologue, he used the word enslaved. He looked straight at Darwin.
Yeah, man. Like
I'm like, don't play the race card. Come on, man. Like I know what era this is. Don't play the race card. Try to get Darwin to join you. Like we don't discriminate, you know, black or anything else. So you might as well just come on.
Black. We got a red guy.
Right.
We got a red guy. A red guy with a tail. Right. Come on, bro.
Come on, you might as well just
come on
with me.
We taking everybody.
And you're a mutant.
Yeah.
Shit, you thought it was bad.
Then you had Banshee. What happened to Banshee? Then he got caught?
Yeah, he got caught.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he got caught.
So you got Banshee, then you had Havoc.
Yeah. Alex Summers.
Yeah. That, of course, everybody knows the Scott's brother. Yeah.
Yep.
No. He's the younger brother of X-Men. That's what threw me off.
He's the older
in the movie, he's the older brother. But in the comics, he's the younger. So that's why I was like, yo, this shit's weird. But I liked his powers.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like that the dude had the hula hoop to start his powers, but I guess.
Yeah, he got over that, though.
He's like, oh, get the motion. Like, what the? Okay, all right.
He's like, you want to fuck with me? Hold on.
He's Mambo number 5 and might shoot at you.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, so they got their team together. Who did I miss? No, it was Beast, Raven, Banshee, Darwin, Angel, and Havoc.
Yeah, then it's led by co-captains.
Yeah, co-captains Magneto and Professor Xavier.
Yeah, and what was Rose Byrne's character? Moira McTaggart.
Yeah.
She was that liaison. I don't know what would you consider her. She's your you got your co-captains and I guess you got the
she's the assistant.
Assistant
head coach.
Yeah, pretty much. That's your coordinator. Because all she did was do most of the flying after a while.
Right. You know one scene was really funny though? When they first went to go meet the CIA agents and they were talking about mutants and like the CIA agents started laughing and he starts talking about what he had to eat. And
yeah.
Like you're trying to put Jupiter missiles in turkey. And the dude's like, he's like,
goddamn
spy. Yo, the
part that cracked me up was Oliver Platt was like, I'll do it. I got space.
Oliver Platt knew what was up. He
was like shit.
And then he was like, well, wait, we can't just go to some place like this. And he's just like, you want to see a neat trick? He's like, yeah, sure. Get in the car. Okay.
Yo, and I have to do it. I don't want to, but I know on the Reddit pages they always talk about her. They say January Jones do not show emotions. People, if you watched Mad Men, they say she don't really show emotion.
Oh, she definitely ain't really show emotion.
But it worked.
Her
name's Emma Frost.
Yeah, it was perfect.
She's supposed to be cold and calculating.
Yeah,
it worked. I didn't have a problem with her in this movie.
Yeah,
there are people on like forums and whatnot who kind of talk smack on her. But I thought she was pretty good in this. She did
like the entire cast.
The cast was on point.
You know,
I was happy to see Jason Fleming as Azazel. That's only because I like the Guy Ritchie movies. He in like every one.
Yeah.
And like, oh shit, this dude's here.
I wish he had some more speaking lines.
Yeah.
And then Azazel, isn't that Nightcrawler's pop?
I could have sworn Mystique and
that's what
I mean. I'm guessing in between that time, but. Maybe if they, I guess, since Azazel, do he age fast or something? Cause
I don't know. He's dead, but I don't know.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. Does his DNA, like in the comics, isn't Mystique and Azazel Nightcrawler's parents?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay, so in Apocalypse, that's 20 years later. Mm-hmm. So do they not age? Do Mystique not age fast?
Oh.
Because technically she doesn't look 20 years older.
She does not. She looks older, but maybe like
10
or 5.
Yeah.
10?
I'm just saying
10's pushing it.
I'm just saying this is an 11. The movie came out 16.
Yeah.
All right, you say 5-6 years.
Yeah. But that is the most.
And Nightcrawler's maybe what? 16.
Yeah.
But they didn't even hint at it in
Apocalypse. Not at all. Man.
All right.
And he set up for it too. This is the funny thing.
Like, why are you helping me? Like, the whole theme of the movie was family.
Right. It's weird too. It seemed like Brian Singer killed off all of Matthew Vaughn's people except the ones he just had to keep. Killed Angel, Havoc, and fucking Banshee and Azazel.
Yeah, all those in 2 movies.
Yep, in 2 movies. The only person that was left standing from First Class was Mystique, Magneto, Charles, Beast, and Havoc in Apocalypse. And
he killed Havoc in
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just wiped him out in that 3rd movie. I'm like, damn, dude.
Well, I mean, you gotta think in Apocalypse, Havoc had to be retired because he's like he ain't do shit. He wasn't doing shit.
Right. He only went back there just to
take his brother.
Yeah, to show his brother around.
He just so happened to be there, so maybe that's why he just went head first into it.
Well, he didn't know he was building a fucking fighter jet underneath a basketball
No, I'm saying
court.
that too, but one thing you know is never to discharge your weapon indoors.
Indoors, yeah.
You know that you're taught.
Yeah, he didn't think that the jet was going to be. That's what happened.
Yeah, it did.
Blackbird.
Yeah, went through and hit the Blackbird. Yeah. I get that, but again, this is like.
It is just like Hank just knew, like, yo, I got some experimental shit in there. Stop.
Yep, and that was oh my gosh, but First Class I thought was a great way to right the ship, get back on solid ground. Matthew Vaughn, he then left to do. Did Kick-Ass come out after that? I believe.
I thought it was the year before.
Kick-Ass was 2010
I think.
or 2009. But, you know, Matthew Vaughn went on to basically do Kick-Ass 2010. Then he went to Kingsman in 2014 and Kingsman Golden Circle.
Oh, okay. And that's probably why he left. He probably signed on to do Kingsman.
Yeah. So,
are they just like, fuck you, we're getting Bryan Singer back because he's not doing boring-ass Superman movies anymore?
But no, man, you can say what you want about that. Bryan Singer got one of the best movies ever, though. So,
What's that?
what?
What's that?
The movie I told you, I actually gave you the DVD and you legit didn't watch.
Oh, Usual Suspects? That one?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yes.
I was about to say, I think it was that. You took it back.
Like, just give me the shit back. I had to pull a Mickey Mouse. Give me my shit back, dog. That's, yeah.
So, the end of the movie, what'd you think about that?
It was pretty good. The whole what? You talking about the setup for breaking Magneto out?
No, like the
I mean, Magneto
between Magneto and Sebastian Shaw.
Well, I was on Magneto's side.
Yeah. Well, just to kill Shaw, I would have too. Like, I was all with it.
Charles
was like, don't kill him. Killing him will bring you peace. I'm like, fuck that. No, he shot his mom for no fucking reason. No, kill that motherfucker.
Like, I was on board. I was rooting for him the whole movie. Yeah. Like, even the part where when he first saw Magneto, he's like, yo, dude, somebody's down there. Right. He's like, oh, he's gonna fucking kill himself. Let me And then, you know, I thought that was a great way to come full circle.
Yeah. That
he tried to lift out the submarine. It was like, yo, we got a big set piece for you. Yeah. Like, viewer, beware. It's about to get real. And then when he lifted the submarine up and just put it on the beach, that was badass.
I'm like, this dude is Charles. You done fucked up.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna be pulling satellites out of the goddamn sky.
Right? And my whole thing is, you know what? Like, when he killed Sebastian Shaw, I thought was pretty cool was you know, Sebastian Shaw saw it happening. You saw his eyes. It was like the Wolverine scene all over again. Like it's nothing you can do.
Nothing at all. In slow motion.
So
floating towards him.
And the thing is, you know, and also what you call him felt it. I used to always like, why the hell was he yelling? But Charles felt that shit too because he was holding him. Yeah. I'm like, oh man, it was such a great scene. And then just drop the coin. Yeah. This fucking Nazi coin. Like, yo.
Coin now. You're dead.
And that was another foreshadowing because you seen he threw the coin at his head, at the pitcher's head.
Oh, yeah.
At his forehead.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I think Michael Fassbender, as much as I love the cast is perfect. Michael Fassbender was like, yo, this dude's fucking great.
He was great in all three of the movies.
Yes.
Fucking so good.
He brought the emotion.
Yeah.
Like, he made you look at Magneto as a person.
Right.
Like, as much as I enjoy Ian McKellen, it wasn't until Days of Future Past. I mean, I would say Michael Fassbender's character helped you understand Ian McKellen's actions more.
Yes.
You know?
That is true.
Because then at the time, you're just looking at him as the bad guy. Even though he's keep trying to say, I'm all about mutant brotherhood. It wasn't until X3 that it was like, oh, you know, he's really out there. He's been hurt. It's trauma that's causing him to go against the humans. Because he lived through the Holocaust. He's seen this shit happen once. So,
like, that's how that little conflict happened between fucking Charles and Magneto at the end of the movie, where Charles is trying to de-escalate what's going on. He comes out the ship with Shaw and just like, I can feel their metal pointing at us right now, and I'm sitting here like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, they really just like saved they averted another
nuclear holocaust. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
They did all that, and they're about to fucking blow them off the mat. You think just killing them is gonna wipe all the mutants out, and then you're gonna kill one of your own.
Well, they was the only ones you know about. True. Right?
And then you're gonna kill one of your own. Like, because McTaggart was on the beach.
Yeah, that's the government for you, bro.
That is the government for you. But then I'm like, goddamn, everything that Charles has been saying in this movie this whole time, you literally proves Magneto right in one scene.
Mm-hmm.
Everything Charles did in that whole movie, you proved Magneto right and him wrong in one scene. He said that they turn against us eventually. He was like, and that we should kill them before they kill us. And then he's like, go ahead, Charles, take a look. Charles did the look. They're like, Charles, is it true?
Yeah, like he, god dang. But it was on McTaggart in what you call. I would say it was on Eric at the same time. Why? I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs.
I can't feel my legs.
Yo, I was like, oh man, this dude, he just olayed the shit out the bullet and went the ball back. He's oh, he looked like me.
He didn't. When I got out the bed in the morning.
He went down the way a parent goes when they step on a Lego, yo.
Will follow the Euphoria engine. Listen, I was like, yeah, that was definitely on McTaggart because I'm like, look,
you know he could bend metal. Why you shooting at him?
Right. And then what was funny is that after Charles got shot, he was going to kill McTaggart.
Yeah,
he was like, "This is your fault." Started choking her with her dog tag, and Charles is just like, "Dude, I just got shot. I don't think killing somebody's gonna change anything."
He took the bullet out like. But you know what part I like though when he was holding Charles and they was talking. Yeah. He said what he said. How he looked over. He's like, "You come get him." It got up.
Like he pushed him back.
Yeah, like
they tried to run over. He was like, "Get the fuck back."
He said, "You come get him."
Yeah, he was like, "I can come over."
Come on. That's fine. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. But again, they still had that respect and they still friends. Like,
but Eric was right.
Yeah. So we jumped to Days of Future Past. Which one did you watch? Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the roll cut?
The roll cut.
I like the roll cut, even though it really doesn't add much.
Not much.
It really.
But it makes more sense than fucking
having to fight through it.
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, guys, those claws, come on, man.
Yeah.
Fucking huge.
Yeah. Well, yes. So it was released May 23rd, 2014. The Return of Bryan Singer. You see what I did there? Right. You see what I did there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 200 million in, with was the budget. All this is according to Wikipedia. Roughly,
never wrong.
Yeah. Roughly returned 750 million. 747.9 is exactly, but yeah. As of that time, it was the second best reviewed X-Men movie behind Logan. It may still be, but again, and it has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well deserved.
I think a lot. I would like to say 40% of that 90% came from just them retconning and saying X3 and Origins didn't exist.
Happen. It didn't happen this way.
And so everybody's like, "Oh, thank God!" Right. So if you want to watch, I'm gonna watch the X-Men trilogy. You don't have to watch those two. Like they don't matter.
You can just watch 1, 2, and then skip the first class. It's amazing.
I mean, if you even watch it the chronology, the way you should, the way they say, you can watch all the early ones, and then it just stops at X2.
Yeah.
And then jump to Deadpool and in with Logan.
Right.
Like there we go. Those other twos don't even exist. But yeah, man. I thought this was one of those movies that really was I liked the story. I was happy that they had brought the Sentinels in.
Yeah.
You added Peter Dinklage to the cast as Trash. Was it Boulevard Trash?
Yeah.
Which is name. So I think it may be a play on the boy Simon Bolivar. I think he was a revolutionary.
No, still a funny sounding name. But if it's from a name back then,
yeah. But I thought that was an interesting casting because I think it was Bill Duke was cast as Trash in the first or second X-Men.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot which X-Men movie it was.
Yeah, so that was a recasting on the low that nobody paid attention to.
Peter Dinklage is such a good actor. I mean,
that he is. I mean, I wasn't complaining.
Yeah, I was just saying like, yeah, nobody's gonna complain. It's just like when you switch out Don Cheadle for Terrence Howard. Funny how that comes up.
No, that was very obvious. The Bill Duke one was like they didn't even say Bill Duke's name in that X-Men. Yeah, you had to look in the credits and be like, "Oh, that was Trash." Yeah. Okay, but excuse me. Every time I think of Peter Dinklage in this movie, the one scene cracked me up. I was like, "Hey, how you doing? Is that a new scarf? That's nice." She like, "What the fuck?" So I
It's
took
never
that.
complimented my scarf, and I've been wearing it for 30 years.
I don't know why in my head canon I took that as a Jennifer Lawrence character. Well, Mystique forgetting
Oh
that
yeah,
she's
impersonating someone else.
it really liked the scarf. It was like, yo, that's a nice scarf.
That's funny.
Shit.
She like, damn. But
Keep it together. And was like, where did you get it?
But what do you think? I think that this was my opinion. I think this was the best opening to an X-Men movie. I loved it. The opening started in the future with the Sentinels.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, I thought that was fucking fantastic.
I'm still partial to Origins. Yeah. It's just because I like how the history and that those wars has always been interesting to me, and just to think going through all those wars is fucking crazy.
But we got Iceman.
Iceman living his best life, just doing it.
Iced up, sliding on ice. Like
no, we got. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, that was.
And I'm not saying I would say from a spectacle standpoint, visual. I totally agree. Days of Future Past blows it out the water, but just to show you what type of mental shit Wolverine been through, aside from what he's going to go through in Weapon X, I like Origins. As they say, war is hell.
Yeah, true.
And this dude been through hell how many times if you're just going to go through wars?
Yeah.
That was like 5.
Yeah. Funny how Origins, the worst X-Men movie, has like one of the best openings in an X-Men movie.
Because I remember this shit going to be good. And you watching the rest of the movie like, damn, can we just get the opening again then?
Yeah, matter of fact, actually, there were some stories in the opening movie. If you told that story, it'd probably be better than this one.
I sit there and see Wolverine go after taking orders from Washington.
Right, and it's just like in war fighting and dealing with like the casualties of war.
These dudes getting all these amputations. I'm sitting there healing up from a buckshot. But you had the Sentinels. It was taking place in 2023. It says it's dystopian future. Well, it's not too far off.
Nah, I don't think we're gonna be that. Like the skies were dark and shit.
That joke was Matrixy. Like you couldn't see no sun.
I'm like, maybe it was just nighttime the entire time they were there.
I was happy that Bishop was in the movie. That one got me. Like I until seeing that movie, I never knew what Bishop powers were. But it was just like, you got Bishop, this dude's black.
Like absorbing.
He absorbed like kinetic energy and put it back out into his gun and whatnot.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, that's infinite ammo basically.
Yeah, right.
And then you had
he was a different X-Men every time too. That was pretty cool.
He was.
He was just anybody could just.
Oh yeah, just give him something.
Light me up.
But then also you had, who was it? Winx. What was her name?
Winx. Isn't that like a fairy like club or some shit?
Is it? What was the name? What was the name?
You got me. They didn't say their names. A lot of them anyway. It was like Sunspot, Iceman.
It was Sunspot, Iceman.
What was it, Blink?
Blink? Yeah, it was something. Yeah, Blink. That was the chick. They make the portals and shit.
Fucking them Sentinels up.
Yeah, until they figured out, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and start throwing the portals. I'm gonna get you one way.
I was like, you open that portal, I'm just gonna throw my knife into this one.
Yeah,
and it'll come out behind you.
But how he was killing those Sentinels? I mean, how he was killing the mutants though? Like, didn't he? What did he do with Sunspot? Like, turned his shit into him or some shit? Like,
they use Iceman's power, which is pretty fucked up.
Okay.
They just took all the heat out of him. I'm like, damn.
Like, yo, they were giving him work, yo.
Right.
And the whole time, like even Warpath, it was pretty cool, and everybody was getting fucked up.
Yeah,
yo.
that's why loved it.
I'm saying like, yo, these dudes, this shit. Like even when he was getting ready to get into him near the end.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, damn, it had that feeling of the Matrix.
Right.
When he was trying to, when the Sentinels weren't they called Sentinels in that movie?
Were they
too?
They might have been. I don't fucking remember. I haven't seen the Matrix movie in forever.
I stopped after 2. I watched 3 and like
watched 3 just to finish it.
I watched 3 because like, oh, this what Dragon Ball could have been, and then saw Dragon Ball. It was like, yeah. So yeah, but X-Men: Days of Future Past. I did like the Rogue cut. I
like bringing Rogue in because then it completed the cast. I don't think we're missing anybody else after that.
Were we? No.
Yeah, I think that was everyone.
Anna Paquin, yeah.
Yeah, she was the only one. I was like, why'd you cut her? I was like, I understand you gotta cut shit, cut things down, to save time. But I was like, her getting stabbed by Wolverine, it would make sense for her to switch out.
But what it was like, it really did seem kind of like hammered in because, like, all right, why didn't y'all go after her before?
They did. He mentioned why.
Why?
Because they're in the X Mansion and they couldn't get in. They only got in because Magneto, and Professor Xavier knew underground tunnels to get in. They didn't know about those. If you think about it, they built the X Mansion. So remember, X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah, you see that?
See, no, we don't even. Oh, see, you tied it. You put a future canon in. All right, you got it. You got it.
Oh man, but yeah. So that's why they said they found out where she was, but they just could never get there.
Okay, so that my guess they was trying. I guess they were saying, but it was only like 10 minutes added.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't see why they would cut it.
Yeah, it was like, was it really that much that you had to cut? Like,
yeah, so I really think I guess they thought it didn't add to the story.
Yeah. I don't.
But logically, it makes sense to go get somebody. But I guess the whole, I don't know. Like, weren't they with the professor and them for a while, or they just? Yeah, the professor did. They came later, but was that their first time communicating?
That I don't know. I know they were doing two different things. Like, they were working separately to get the
different
same
teams.
goal.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know this isn't the first time you talk to the professor, so why wouldn't it come up beforehand?
I don't know. It kind of seemed like they were forced to work together, though. It was just like, look, we don't have any other options. And it's like, all right, look, we can send somebody back to fucking the 70s or whatever the fuck that shit took place.
That was the 70s, yeah.
We'll send them back to the 70s. And then we need, Logan or Professor Xavier. I think they wanted Professor Xavier to do it originally. But he'll just die.
Yeah, his body can't.
He'll send his body back and he'll just die. Like,
yeah, his body couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
Wolverine body was getting fucked up as it was. Yeah, that's what it was. You need somebody body can get repaired as is, like, their mind was getting getting torn up as is repairing at the same time. So that's why Wolverine was able to do it.
Was the best.
Yeah.
So, and that's when they ended up sending him back.
You got the bone claws and everything.
Yeah,
so
he pulled the bone claws out. Looked down, was like, damn, I ain't seen these in forever.
Yo.
Even though I fucking lost one claw in
Origin?
Wolverine?
That never happened.
You can't retcon the Wolverine.
What claw? What you talking about?
He lost the Wolverine. That's the contemporary one. They didn't retcon the Wolverine.
Well, then who knows what happened? Dog. Come on,
and
dog. It's a lot of.
Here's the thing. Even if you retcon the Wolverine at the beginning of Days of Futures Past, how did he have his fucking metal claws?
Magneto melded them down. He molded them back together. Magneto can control it all, dog.
Okay.
Look.
Okay. It's little things like that. This is why I said I would like to see some stories in between the Wolverine and Days of Futures
Well, that's what
Past.
everybody say.
But just to see like, how did they attempt to stop the Sentinels in the beginning? I want to see like how they started to lose the war against the Sentinels, and then they said the Sentinels they went from targeting mutants to targeting people who carried the gene of the, and then they could pick people out. They could tell if your baby was gonna be a goddamn mutant. Yeah. And then they would target them. I was like, damn, dude.
So it's the what you call? It's what was the? I can't remember what they called it in Winter Soldier. Insight. Wasn't it Project Insight or something like that? Or
I think it was. I can't remember the fucking.
Yeah, that was just targeting people who's gonna be problems in the future.
Damn, it was like, yo, you think you could wake up one day and be
Like,
like, damn, I'm through.
like, oh, we know what you gonna do.
That's a big ass gun floating in the sky. Shoot
you don't even see where it's coming from, though. Right. You think about it, that joint was up. That was in Washington,
right?
Aiming at New York,
right?
Yeah, dog, you ain't seeing that happen.
That coming.
You'll probably hear it. Cause, what the hell was that?
Fucking head just explode.
Oh my gosh.
Report type shit. But yeah, I was like, damn. When they said that part, I was like, damn, that's fucking deep, man. that is some deep shit. But then but when he gave the exposition like of why he was sending Logan back to the 70s, he was like, you got to talk to Mystique. We used to be good friends. When I had Patrick Stewart say that line, I was like, motherfucker, you ain't act like you knew her in the first damn X-Men movie.
I know, man. That's one problem that was one thing that was a problem. You knew Eric, but you want to act like you ain't know Mystique.
Right. Yes. But the movie was good, so I let it. I let the inconsistencies.
I thought the best one was saying I'm going to need your help more than you're going to need mine.
Right.
He walked in like, you're walking? What the fuck? Like, and was it were they trying to suggest he was addicted to heroin?
Right. That's kind of what it seemed like.
Like, I developed a serum for him. Like, yo, all I know, he was trashed.
That's all it was just heroin.
Like, oh, man.
He was just so high, he was using his mind to make himself walk.
Oh, shit. Listening to the Beatles and doing heroin. Let me walk up out this joint, dog.
I think it was funny, too, when Logan was taunting him at the door. He was like, hello? He's like, Hank?
Like, oh, come on, little beastie.
He was like, man, you look different. When I knew you were, like, blue. He was like, I think a little beast in there.
They're like, come on. They just pushed him out the way. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
He was like, get your punk ass out the way. Yo, when he fucking hit him and he starts walking away and then like he's walking down the hall.
Oh, he saw a beast.
Fly up the steps and start jumping down the hall.
Then he throw him back down the steps. Then the thing is, like, Wolverine, all right, whatever.
Right. Yeah, I don't care. He's like, shit, this is fun.
And that's the whole thing. Like, even I think in the I remember on the anime series, he and Beast, like, they would have those conversations, then it's funny how they tie. Wolverine, he got to know to tolerate those people, and he put up that gruff exterior, but he'd go fight for Charles,
right?
But regardless what happened, my thing I want to know is how does he know Quicksilver?
Yeah.
How would like?
Oh, only thing I can say is that he fought Quicksilver because Quicksilver was part of the Brotherhood, or Quicksilver was an X-Man, and they worked on the team together. That's the only thing I can say.
Possibly. Well, okay, so but they would. All right. He went to the when he was in the 70s. They didn't know about him, but he knows. But he knows
about him from the future.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
So does he know
never show that that's any other movie?
Does he know that's
Eric's son?
Yeah, you think so?
I'm not too sure.
I mean, Quicksilver has an idea.
Oh, well, Quicksilver, he knows.
Well, I'm talking about in that movie, he had an idea.
Yeah, I did. Right.
He knows now, and personally, that just made me think in Apocalypse of him knowing who Magneto was just kind of showing that he was last minute throw in for for a few Days of Futures Past. You get what I'm saying? Because remember,
he only
had that one scene.
He had the one scene.
So that's why everybody liked his one scene in Days of Future Past. We're going to expand his role in this movie. Now we're going to make it so he knows that Magneto's his pop, and still won't tell him.
Right.
Because Magneto ain't staying at the mansion, so you might as well tell him now, bruh.
Right, and he really should have told him. Like, I guess he kind of didn't know like his family got killed, but like it would be nice if you told him because he thinks he has
nobody.
Family.
Exactly.
And now he just thinks he has some friends that think of him as family.
Yeah.
But like, no, you really got a son, dude. Like right here, like,
right there, and he's a mutant. Like,
dude, how
come
bad
on.
Is that?
But yeah, no, what was you about to say?
I'll get that's an Apocalypse thing. We'll get to that then. Talking about all that.
All right. So Days of Future Past. What else was a big moment for that?
The breakout scene.
The breakout.
Quicksilver breakout.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Ooh,
even the you say the whole scene basically from
start to finish.
We go see Quicksilver till we tell him to go take the car back and not do joyriding.
Right. It was funny too when he came and he was like, "Who are you guys? You guys aren't cops." He's like, "You got a rental car?" He's like, "How'd you know that? Check your license plate." I was like,
"Check your registration."
Check your registration, like while you were at the door.
He said, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Hold your neck so you'll get whiplash." What whiplash? What you do, man? What you do? What you do? What you do? I killed the president. He looked at the boy on the wall like, damn. He looked like, oh.
What was funny is that once he ran and then got in the elevator, he let him go. He just kind of like stumbled a bit and then like put his hands on his knees. He's just like, yeah, everyone feels like that after the first time.
Yo, man, he stole that scene, yo. That was
that scene was amazing, man. That was just so good. He like tasted the soup as he's running across.
Yeah, right.
And it, like when you think about that, you're like, yo, this dude has to be incredibly fast. He's moving faster than the bullets, shit falling, the sprinkler system.
Think about it. He had enough time to do a lap around the room, set everybody up, and then come and move the bullets.
Yo,
that's what was crazy.
And then everything just flew up in the air, and no one knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, like I punched myself. Like I punched myself, and everybody making the ugly face that they about to get shot. Like, and he just looking there like, oh, you ready?
Except Wolverine, he pulled the claws out.
Yeah, well, you know Wolverine, like I'm gonna get shot in the face, whatever.
It's all good. I've been shot plenty of times. But yeah, that scene was so damn good, so good. What about the airplane scene?
Oh, somebody picked this shit up?
Oh no, I meant the actual.
Oh, I mean that's the airplane scene. I love.
I liked it because Eric tries to start like a casual conversation, and Charles is just being a dick, but rightly so this time. Yeah. And then Eric makes a passive comment like, "You're supposed to protect him." Eric's just like, "You abandoned us. You left and you abandoned me." And that's when I felt for him. I was like, "Damn, like dog, like you were like his best friend, man." Yeah. And he's really fucked up. You left.
Dog. And the whole time Wolverine, he's panicking, like he's holding on. Yeah, as the shit going down.
That plane could have hit the ground. He'd have been the only one walking away from that shit.
But it's still, you remember, he don't like flying.
Yeah.
But he had the best line, though. As soon as he said all that shit, y'all guys good? You go ahead and pick this shit up. I'm going to go back to smoking my cigar. Pick this shit up.
With Magneto's line was pretty powerful, too.
No, he had the emotion.
Yeah, because that's what it all was. That's why he was up on the plane. Like,
and that's what... And then, got Wolverine to defuse that shit. Like, all right, you got that out your system? Because, again, he knows that these two butt heads, but they're best friends. So he knows ain't shit happening. He's just he's just throwing a fucking tantrum right now. Yeah. Go ahead. Just like your kid. Yeah, your kid threw that tantrum. You good? Yeah. And pick that shit up and get your ass in the room. Like, that's what that is.
It was sad, though. He just starts naming them.
Yeah,
like, I don't know who they are. Azazel,
like he had a lot of hurt.
Angel, I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah,
he knows they're all dead. Jeez, like when Mystique found out and they infiltrated the building,
and that's what sent her down the whole thing of starting the Sentinel program.
Right,
like it was. I mean, for what it was, like it was a good movie, and they used time travel very cleverly to tie up the loose ends. Yeah. Or tie up those two movies that everybody hated the most, which was X-Men Origins and X3.
Yeah, they changed some stuff from the other movies, but they completely wiped out Origins and fucking in X3.
And here goes the theory. What I was thinking of coming up here was, sure, Apocalypse was around, but I'm thinking when they reset the timeline, maybe they set up that society that worshipped Apocalypse. And thus having people in modern times still trying to resurrect him.
That's a possibility because the whole butterfly effect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you change that one little thing, because I mean, of course, probably he was the logical next bad guy. You thinking outside of the movie universe, you're thinking money wise, who's the next bad guy?
Yeah, I mean, when you really think about the X-Men film franchise, if you look at all the bad guys, it's been Magneto in the majority of them. And then Stryker in 2. And I don't know who the fuck. Who was it in 3?
What, X3?
Yeah, it was. I mean, they still fought the Brotherhood, but it was like the humans with the guns. Was it like some?
Yeah, it was more so you fighting it was fighting that Cure and keeping Magneto at bay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they all were pretty. It was all.
Yeah, and also Phoenix was the bad guy.
There
Was the ultimate bad guy.
With the penultimate. Well,
Yeah.
no, Magneto would be the penultimate boss.
Yeah.
And then Phoenix would be the boss in that one, even though she died relatively quickly. But anyway. But yeah, but like you look at them, a lot of the movies were all the same, and I think that's
Well, he wasn't the bad guy in First Class.
You ended up fighting him at the end anyway.
That was just more so. I look at that as more though. You see the turn, but it was more so. All right, this is what's happening.
You look up some of the why people were like skeptical about Dark Phoenix, and they're like it's the same. They're like it's the same shit all over again, and that's the. It always ends with like humans hunting the mutants.
Well, I mean that's
in that way,
but honestly, that's what it really is in the end.
Well, yeah,
like it's infighting and then also dealing with this ever-going threat of the humans attacking us. Yeah, you know, me and you were fighting, and then but when we really should be trying to focus on like this other shit in the background. Basically, what you call him is the humans. What's the fucking annoying guy? Stryker.
Yeah. So
he's the annoyance. I'm sorry, please.
So like the X-Men have other villains. And I think that's another reason why the Wolverine is so good, because that wasn't what that movie was. It was like an enemy that wasn't the humans, right? Well, part, because you had Viper too, but like
you said the Wolverine, okay?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking about the Wolverine. Yeah. So I'm like that one was it was a little different. It wasn't like I hate all mutants and I want to wipe out all mutants. It's just like a lot of their plots all boil down to we don't like mutants, we want to wipe out all mutants. And that happened in X3, X2, X-Men, First Class, fucking Days of Futures Past, and it didn't happen in Apocalypse. But that's like all of their fucking movies. That's all. And that's when people were worried about Dark Phoenix, where they're like, well, this kind of just seems like X3 all over again. But there's aliens in this one, so
yeah, because it starts off in space.
Yeah, which I'm like. I'm glad. I would like to see something else. Like, go ahead, go into outer space with the X-Men. They've done this shit before.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's just for me. I get like that is the human element is going to be an element that's never going to go away. That's why I understand everybody saying what it's always these two fight each other, but humans in the end is going to be the ones that's chasing them. But that's what it is. Like Batman is like. Batman's going to fight Joker, but he still sometimes has to deal with cops being dickheads and chasing him too.
Yeah, that would be like if every Batman movie was him fighting the Joker with cops being dickheads.
I'm just saying.
That's all I'm saying. Because that's how they all are. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Days of Future Past, still good. They gave us what we wanted. Them fighting Sentinels. Took forever, but that's what we wanted. Them fighting Sentinels.
Yeah. Those Sentinels and the future Sentinels were seen as like
they were badass,
super, is like unstoppable.
They were unstoppable.
Efficient killing machines. Literally, that's what they were.
And the problem with them being indestructible and then being able to adapt to whatever your ability is like, well, damn, you already can't destroy them. Like,
yeah, they needed to be nerfed. Like they needed to come on, man. Like once they got Mystique blood, it was over.
Yeah,
that's what turned the tide, because that allowed them to take on whatever abilities, and they was doing it on the fly.
They were.
It wasn't like, oh, we got to get this information and do it. It's like, oh, I see you can do that. Oh, I can do that too.
It's like it's analyzing you as you're fighting.
Yeah.
And then it just, oh, he's cold. Here's heat.
It's Taskmaster. That's what it is.
Right.
I got Taskmaster CPU. But
anything else besides the end?
The end, what you mean? Just
which end? The end of Days of Futures Past. Like, I guess the past ending, because that's the one that really made.
The one that retconned everything and everything. The one that retconned the two movies out and basically said Jean's alive and everything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was happy.
I geeked the fuck out.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But for me, it's like that was a goodbye.
It was in the best way possible because actually it was. That wasn't a good way to say.
No, it wasn't. But I'm just saying, I was like, because I mean, we didn't see Ian McKellen again.
Oh, he died. So,
huh?
He went out like a G.
I understand, but yeah, he just.
Did he die in a non-road cut? Because he died in a road cut.
He did.
Yeah, he got stabbed. Oh, you know
but
what?
if everything got retconned.
Yeah. No, I was just saying like in that little future scene, but I forgot that happened when he was defending the Sentinels.
Yeah, so that I'm just saying. I'm just saying, even as you're saying goodbye to James Marsden as Cyclops, Famke Johnson is
Yeah, no, I know what part you're talking about.
As those characters, so you're not seeing Halle Berry as Storm no more.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying it's a good send off. It was just weird. Because you're saying goodbye to these characters. You did spend 3 movies with them. Now you got a 4th.
Yeah.
And everybody was hype as shit. Like, holy shit. Like, you got... you had Ian McKellen and Michael Fassbender on the same set.
Yeah. I wish they had the scene together.
Yeah. My gosh.
That scene Charles, man. When he was just like, come on, look at my head. He was like, I don't want to.
Yeah, yo.
He's like, I don't want your future. And I'm like, that's why he's here, Charles. The whole reason why he's here. Because he doesn't want his future.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. And the fact that, like, I hear everything. I feel everybody's pain. Like, that was what he was trying to cancel out. Yeah. And that's crazy. That's crazy.
Fucking blows.
But, on to Apocalypse 2 years later that they did. That was your it's not too often you get what the next movie's going to be in Stingers. Like they always do some crazy shit, but you never really get
that. Was a straight reference.
Yes, that was a straight legit reference to what the next movie's going to be.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool. I'm like, that's a better explanation than aliens putting together the pyramids. Right. Like I'll take it. But that takes us almost 2 years to the day, May 27th, 2016, X-Men Apocalypse. Another Bryan Singer movie. 178 was the budget with a 544 roughly return. Mixed reviews, 48% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I can see why.
Yeah. Well, I told you I like the movie.
Yeah.
Ironically, it is the lowest one out of these 3 that I think, and but it's the one I've seen the most.
Yeah,
and I really don't like it just on the simple fact I feel like it didn't really move the story forward.
Right.
Aside from the annoyance of Mystique being the head of being basically like the X-Men leader, like I'm like in my head like, yo, this is a bad guy. Like when in the comics did she lead the X-Men?
Please leave a comment and tell us that we're wrong.
Please.
Some comic where she led the X-Men.
Please tell me.
We're all ears.
But
or eyes.
You know, it was just a lot of stuff that I wasn't happy with, but I'm not even gonna sit here and try to tear it down. I love Oscar Isaac. I love what he did with the character. I thought it was funny that he had like a monologue for almost everything.
I think that's his mutant ability.
Monologuing?
Yes.
It just seems like he's really powerful. It's just you're tired by the time he starts using his powers.
It's just like, all right, I'll go with you if you just shut the fuck up.
Just shut the fuck up, man. You know somebody I really like as I watched it again, who I liked? Caliban.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird he could dress himself in the third person. But I thought Caliban was cool, and then like I didn't realize Psylocke was such a rider. She was ready to just stab whoever.
Yeah, she was going to try.
Like she came out the back door. Is it a problem?
He's like, no, it's fine.
It's good. Like they were just leaving. Are you sure it's not a problem?
Right.
Like, but we had an actress, the actress who played Storm, keep
Alexandra Shipp.
Yes, have the actual accent better than Halle Berry's.
Right.
And kept it through the whole movie.
Kept it. Halle Berry's just like, fuck it.
Like this shit. I don't know what accent this is anyway.
Like, hey, Brian, do I gotta keep that accent? Off my Brian, do I gotta keep that? No? All right. Like,
you know, next movie, this shit gone. But I liked her character in the movie.
yeah. See,
But
I will say this: upon the first time I watched it,
yeah,
I did not like it, and then I rewatched it and was like, actually, this wasn't that bad. Like, it really wasn't that bad of a movie.
no, it wasn't. I
It
just
was
feel like
casted
it didn't.
well, like
It
the
felt like
acting
a
was good.
one-off,
Yeah,
like
right.
like a one shot. And I mean, the positives, we finally got the X-Men uniforms we wanted.
That we won't have in Dark Phoenix. God damn it!
It was only good for 4 years, dog. It was good for the 80s. Once the 90s come, man, nobody want that no more. It was back to black leather.
I'm like, yo, these outfits you guys are wearing are the ones you should have been wearing in first class. Damn it!
Like,
Those ones they had at the end of Apocalypse were perfect.
they was right there.
They were perfect. I was like, why would you spend all that money making those uniforms and then throw them away or put them in a closet? Oh, Cyclops had the stupid belts. I'm like, damn, that was perfect.
Well, what did you think of Olivia's Munn as Psylocke?
And she was okay. I think a lot of people said it was bad, but I liked it.
I mean,
The
it
most
seems like she
comic
was the.
book
Yeah, I was about to say the
costume
same thing.
you could get, honestly.
Yeah, I was about to say the
Perfect.
same thing.
They're probably gonna say something dumb like, "She looks like she's cosplaying the Psylocke." Well, that's
That's how
because
Psylocke.
she is
That's how Psylocke
cosplaying the
look.
Psylocke, and that's what she looks like.
Yeah.
But I just hate when people say that. This guy looks like he's cosplaying someone. Well, he is.
I gotta say it. I gotta bring it up. I wasn't in love with the character design of Apocalypse. I was about to call him Ivan Ooze. I was saying that's why I said
At least they made him bluer before the movie came out because they released
He-
his first foot.
he
Those
was
first
purple.
shots, and he was purple. Motherfuckers was like, "Who is this?"
it's fucking Ivan Ooze. That's a high gloss on that picture. That was in Entertainment Weekly. I remember.
Yep, this boy gonna come out there. Ooh, is back.
Let's have a crick in my neck since the Renaissance.
The things I've missed. The Brady Bunch reunion. The Spanish Inquisition.
See, you remember that shit, see?
I watched the Power Rangers movie every June, so.
Seriously? Wow, that's the release.
Yep. The Power is on June 30th, 1995.
You got that. You got that. Cody Smith McPhee was a Nightcrawler.
You know what they did with him that I thought was really cool? It was a little throwaway scene where when Mystique picked him up, and she was like, "What's your name?" And he was like, "Nightcrawler." No, he was like Kurt, and she was like, "No, what's your name?" He was like, "Well, when I traveled in the circus, they called." She was like, "Yeah, whatever, come on." And
No. They said no. What was your name? And he said something, but it is Kurt. And he's like, whatever. Wagner. All right. Just, all right.
Yeah,
He was like, all right, you
that's
got
what
it.
He used to do it. That's what he was doing at X2. My name was Kurt Wagner, but when I would travel to the circus, they used to call me the Amazing Knight. Yeah, whatever, bub. I thought that was a cool little callback, or call forward, whatever you want to do. Past, present, whatever.
What did you think of Ben Hardy as Angel?
I mean, he was there. He didn't do much.
I did like
But
the
he looked
Archangel.
Yeah,
I
he
did
looked good.
did like the look.
Yeah.
One part I didn't understand. You gave him the metal wings, right?
Yeah.
And then the next time you sit there doing his face paint, like, yo, we got you the wings. And let me do your makeup. Like, because if you look at it, watch it again, you go back to it, he just sitting there drawing lines on his face. I'm like,
Apocalypse was doing that?
yeah.
Yo.
He's like, let me do your makeup. And he just like got his head up and he just like,
Oh my goodness, come here, child.
I'm like, the fuck?
Your mascara is
Like,
running.
now we got the wings. We got to complete the look. Let's beat his face. Like, come on.
Do I look good, guys? The makeup is on fleek.
Like, the thing that another character, I like that they put Jubilee in there, and I've always been a fan of Jubilee, but again, she did nothing.
Nothing. I'm like, damn, can I get one firework out of that chick's hands? Just one.
I think they did in the deleted scenes.
Oh yeah.
So you got unfinished
Oh,
effects.
I want to see her make her name with her fireworks.
Oh
like
my
she did
god!
Into the cartoon.
And that's my whole thing. I remember watching like, yo, Jubilee just got fireworks, but it was like as she gets older, it gets stronger. This shit's actually pretty good. But you never see. It's like she's such a throwaway character.
Right. She just put her glasses down and then shoot the fireworks and then run away.
Oh my gosh.
Man, in the opening, she really like made her name with fireworks.
Well, everybody had their name above themselves though.
She
Like
made hers.
like Beast automatically comes out the jungle where he's the smartest guy in the world. Come on, dude.
Like Cyclops on this lonely ass, small ass island.
Like
probably screaming Jean as he shoots a beam into the air.
And yeah, Cyclops was. Cyclops was kind of a dick in this movie, like an arrogant asshole.
Was he? Damn, he was a dick.
All right,
he's lucky she could read his fucking mind.
Like, what the fuck is up with Parzival? What is going on with him?
I don't fucking know. He was pretty pissed. Hey, watch where you're going. She was like, oh wait, can't you see where you're going? He's kind of like, I'm like, Gene, come on, Gene.
Dang.
He's got this big ass bandana on his face, and then I thought to myself, oh, she's being smart.
Just being a dick.
She's being a dick.
I'm speaking your language.
Right. She knows he can't see where he's going, and she was like, Havoc's like, what are you saying, Scott? She's talking to me in my head. Like it's normal.
Yeah. But what did you think of Sophie Turner?
I think she's great as Jean. A young Jean.
Yeah. Well, I don't know much about Jean Grey for like comparison, so I thought she was cool. You know,
I thought, like I said, I like the cast. I like the interaction of the first class members with. I like how they told the story in the fucking jet about the old first class, and they were like, "Who's left?"
Yeah,
it's just like, I know this is your first mission, guys, so I'm gonna save that story for later.
But you know what it is though? You can't. How can I say it? Most of the people made it back that first mission.
You're right.
Only body they really caught was like, Shaw.
Yeah.
And
everybody.
Xavier lost his legs.
That's gotta be another story to tell.
But that's
so listen to me, children. On my first mission, I got shot to the back.
Like,
Magneto.
And I erased my girl's brain after that. Like,
how do you feel about him giving her memories back?
An invasion of privacy, I guess. But hey,
big bit. And she was just like, Charles, hey, I miss you so much. Wait,
I thought that was funny though. I thought that part was funny though.
Chair.
When he was in like, so you married? Like, what?
That was
Like, oh, you got so you got 2 kids, huh? You still with the basically you still with the husband? Like, dude, are you fucking hitting on her?
Yeah, I know Havoc probably sitting there like, dude.
The whole time he's sitting, but Havoc's laughing the whole time. Like, dude, you just.
It's not why we came here.
Like, see, like he said, oh, she like you never checked in on her. Like, no. You never checked on. All right, once. All right, I checked in on her twice.
He used to read.
Fuck you. Like he worse than Heimdall. I see her.
I see everyone's soul.
Like, but yeah, I do feel like the mixed reviews are justified.
Oh, definitely. It's like one of my biggest things, right? When I first saw the movie is, what exactly did Apocalypse do? I can explain that a little bit better now, but when I walked out of there, I was like, this dude really didn't do anything, honestly. He got into one fight and he lost. Like, one real fight. And he lost.
What did he do? Please explain, because, he said, like, the most epic thing he did was create default world peace, because nothing can escalate.
That's what I was, that's the only point I
But it wasn't it was for his benefit.
I know it was for his benefit, but I was going to, that's my only point. That's literally all he did.
Like, Magneto caused more destruction than fucking Apocalypse.
And, and then what is his power? And I was like, okay, I get it now. When he changes bodies, he acquires that mutant's ability. All right, cool. So what powers does he have? I
know in the comics book, he's supposed to be like, he has power over like matter.
Yeah.
And like he, again, takes on the power of whatever's around him. Yeah. And like in the comics, he got like the reason he has that mechanical look is because he combined himself with like, he took on the power of like an alien ship or some dumb shit like that. I gotta ask my cousin Melvin. This dude, is like an Apocalypse fan.
Yeah.
I never liked Apocalypse because he said I am eternal, but it always looked like dude had purple lipstick on the way they drew him in the X-Men animated series. Like, yo, him and the boy Mr. Sinister. I'm like, yo, these two fucking cross-dress. Like, dog, come on. Like, y'all don't.
These two Wong Fu ass motherfuckers.
Not even, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, dog, like as a kid, I'm sitting here dude, looking like, yo, when am I supposed to. This boy got time to put makeup on
before he come
to try to fight and start some static. Like, no, dog. I'm gonna catch you 8 o'clock in the morning before you get your shit together. More than likely, you don't want people to see you without your makeup.
You gonna wake up out that slumber. Somebody be knocking on the door. Like, hold on, just a minute. I gotta put my face on.
Put his eye contact, Mr. Sinister.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, there was no clear cut of to what his powers were, and then he didn't really do much but amplify. He turned Storm's hair gray, Archangel's wings metal. He made Cyclops' blade longer, and then he made Magneto even more like he needed to get any stronger.
He made her blade longer, or was it just he just gave it the Kylo Ren effect?
Oh, the sparking effect.
It just made it
just unstable.
Yeah.
But that's all he really did. I'm like,
it sounded good on paper.
It did.
But when they thought about bringing it out, I don't think they fully fleshed out the idea of Apocalypse. Because I think it could have been a bigger deal.
Yeah. And like the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, that's really just to protect him when he's asleep.
Yeah.
Apocalypse will beat your ass by itself. He didn't want other people to fight for him.
But he did have Magneto once. And that's when Magneto killed Wolverine.
He did. I mean, I'm not saying they wouldn't fight. But they made it seem as if he was recruiting these people to go fight for him. And I'm like, that's not why he had the Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Yeah. Well, it's always, they were his heralds, basically. They come out. When you know these niggas is coming, Apocalypse not far behind.
Right. Kind of like Silver Surfer.
Yeah. So I think it really would be, since this dude thinks he's a god, once you get past them, then you got to knuckle me.
Yeah.
But not too many people get past them, so you don't get to see this nigga.
Well, this Horseman of Apocalypse that he put together here, I mean, these aren't Magneto's always a good pick.
Yeah.
Storm's always a good pick. I know he normally keeps Angel, but motherfucker, why? Like, it just looks cool. Like,
there you go.
Just to have Angel with you, it just looks cool. And I don't know enough about Psylocke to really like diss her. I just don't know.
Yeah,
I just don't.
I always looked at Psylocke as just somebody who was there. She got cool power, she looked like a badass character, but it was like, other than that, I'm like, she was like Iron Man before Iron Man got on screen.
Yeah, the flip she did was pretty cool though. Like when Beast,
when he threw the car,
kill Storm, threw a fucking car at her.
Yeah,
Storm instead of calling the winds.
She's still learning her powers though. She was still learning.
And all the more reason why I said this is a funny Horseman of Apocalypse he put together, because I'm like, I think it's great, dog. Because once Magneto retired, hang that up, dog. You already got your next in command. But Storm, she learned under two ruthless motherfuckers. That's how I look at it. Storm was older. It would. I mean, like right now, these are the people you want to take in a battle. Like Angel, who's only been cage fighting, right? And then
you got your brawler,
and then Storm, who doesn't really use her powers. And then you got Magneto, who will be the strongest one out of the four.
Look, right? Dog, it's a party. It's a party. So you got Magneto's your tank, which comes, what's his name? Angel's your brawler, and Flyer. This is
why they lost.
But they was gonna lose anyway.
You picked Angel, right? He already lost the Nightcrawler.
Who else you gonna go? No, suggested him. Who else was they gonna go get? I don't know.
You're right. Psylocke suggested him, didn't she?
Yeah. So, and again, Mag, it's not like he can. This was before he got connected to Cerebro. Right, and he already hitched his horse to these four people.
You're right.
So, if he would have got the Cerebro, sure. Oh, snap. I'm going to go get.
Yeah.
Oh, this Gene over there. Let me go get this young buck. Storm was the first mutant he ran into.
True. And no, she has a great power. It's just that, like, you didn't train her. You just made her stronger. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. But, like,
eventually,
she gotta
like
learn how to use
the
her
logic
power.
behind it was, dog. Eventually, that is your apprentice.
Yeah,
You're
see,
taking her.
that's how he fucked up though. He didn't even plan on losing.
No,
he put these little guys. You have to.
no bad guy plans on losing. That goes against all comic books. Nobody plans on losing.
Ozymandias planned. He had everything planned out. He said, "You think I'm gonna tell you this fucking plan if there was any chance of you stopping it?"
But that's an anomaly.
Yeah,
like seriously, like who really plans on these guys going up to come? You know, they gonna knock her out. Like
I know that's
he just woke up after
real life shit. You always plan for the
yeah,
best
like
and expect the worst.
You're a military man. That's why.
I mean,
That's why you have training of that. If you go around,
that dude's a god.
You go around being unopposed. Why would I think I can lose?
You're right. You want nobody.
Y'all got me when I was asleep, and I'm still here though. Like y'all didn't really beat me. Y'all got me. Oh, I was asleep. Y'all got me in the middle of my sleep.
Yeah, it was like look at the elaborate plan you guys had to put together.
Exactly.
All right.
So like, why would I plan on losing? I done did this 30 times already.
I give you that one.
You know, the first couple times, like, oh shit, I hope nobody catch me. Soon as you hit the 20, like, go ahead, try it.
Try it. If you want to.
Seriously.
I got with me.
You had, the chick broke her back. She knew a boulder was coming and she still was protecting Apocalypse.
Yeah, I get that.
So, I mean...
Because it was like, you just got a bunch of amateurs.
Like, he was... I really, in the recruiting, I really think it was, you got Magneto. You felt that power. You know he has power. You know, Storm, I think you're going to train up because I think she was the next strongest person. So once Magneto's out the door, you got Storm who's going to be in her prime when Magneto's out the door.
Yeah.
And who knows who you'll drop off in between then, because you didn't know about the X-Men yet.
Right.
You know, Jean Grey would be your top prize that you're going after.
She'd be fighting for
and you have Charles' body. And you will have Charles in Charles' body.
Man, if he had gotten Charles' body,
it's fucked. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Let's talk about how he's already got the ability to amplify. He like, yo, so you want me to use Cerebro, but it's destroyed. He's like, Cerebro, you don't need that with me.
Like yo, it was. I mean, there were moments. It had its good moments, and then it had moments where you're like, what the hell?
His monologues were good.
Yeah,
I told you, this man can sell fucking water to a well. Like he really can. He would start talking, and you just be like, damn, I don't know, he might be right. Like how Magneto would be like, look, eventually they're gonna turn on you.
Yeah,
he was always proven right.
But his John was more so, I'm a guy because I'm a mutant, and everybody else got to go if you ain't rocking with me. Like, he was going to pretty much destroy almost everybody, but...
Yeah. Oh, no, he really was.
Yeah.
Because he said whoever else is left will just rebuild with them.
Dog.
That's literally what he said, right?
Yeah.
It don't matter. Whoever's left will just rebuild shit with them.
And, was there a stinger for anything? Oh, yeah, it had the one that's supposed to lead into Logan, where it was the Mr. Sinister's group. It didn't do anything.
They still didn't talk about this.
Everybody was saying it was supposed to be what happened in Logan, but yeah, they didn't even say that's what that corporation turned into from Essex or whatever. It was just whatever.
Yeah, we were all thinking like Mr. Sinister was gonna be like the secret villain in Logan. Nope. Just some dudes with robotic arms.
Yep. Well, that's that. What about, we can talk about Deadpool 1 and 2 real quick. We can bunch those together since, you know.
I don't know what to say about Deadpool 1 and 2.
It's not much you can say.
They're both fantastic. They're funny as shit. Don't take them at face value. I mean, they're comedies.
What you mean not take it at face value? The movie's fucking excellent. I think it's one of those farcical movies that works. Like, breaking the fourth wall. Everything that you wouldn't think would work in, like, that happens in a Deadpool comic happened in this movie, and it fucking worked. Like, the acknowledgement of the crazy timelines of this X-Men universe. Like, I'm gonna go take you to see Professor McAvoy is Stewart. I get confused with these timelines. Like,
McAvoy.
That was fucking great, yo. So, just on even the money wise, the first one was made for $58 million. And you know me, when we talk about budgets, I always say this: if I come to you and say, "Let me borrow $60 million, and I will give you 783 back," like that is such a return.
Damn.
Like, that is such a return. Like, you have to be a fool to say they wasn't gonna, they ain't gonna make a sequel.
Yeah.
You can't turn that down.
Yeah, you can't.
Like, even if you make another sequel, which they did, they made it for $110 million, and it brought back $700
again. They're like, we'll give you.
So you got roughly $1.4 billion off $150 million investment.
Right.
Like, come on, dog.
And you wonder why Fox don't want to give up the rights.
But that was the only thing of theirs that was really selling. That and Logan.
Yeah, that Wolverine franchise could put butts in the seats.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. How much money they made off Deadpool 1 and 2.
Oh my gosh,
that's got to be like, what is that? Like more than like the 3 X-Men movies, like 1, 2, and 3 together. Got to be close to it. Just those 2 movies alone, got to be close to a lot of those X-Men movies together. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
No, I wrote them down. I had to go back to the notes.
All right, but yeah, like, to make that much money for those 2 with 2 movies over 2 years.
Yeah,
like,
and to think about it, they were nervous. They cut the budget for the first one.
Yeah,
the first one had a higher budget, and they cut it.
This big, like,
the gun scene. That's why he left the guns in the car. And he acknowledged that, like, where's your guns? Shit!
I left them in a cab. He also acknowledged it too when he said, he's like, why every time I come here I just see you 2?
Yeah,
it's like the studio couldn't afford another X-Men.
But, I mean, Deadpool 2, I gotta say, is again another sequel that was better than the first one.
Yeah, I like Deadpool 2 better.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have to go through the origin story, the exposition. Right. For me, I like Deadpool 1, but the flashbacks kind of sometimes take me out of the fun because you got to see how he got his powers.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the jokes and shit with Francis.
Yeah.
You know?
He calls himself Ajax.
he called, what'd you call him? Angry Rosie O'Donnell, and she punched him in the face for real.
I'd rather have less angry Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, of course, I don't know which rock you were under if you haven't seen Deadpool.
Oh man.
Like, legit, my mom seen the Deadpool movies.
Yeah.
Like, they do.
Are good.
Yes.
They're good.
Yes.
They're funny. That's the best thing about it, because they're supposed to be funny, and they are funny.
Yeah.
They're so funny.
Even the big surprise in part 2 with Juggernaut. Did you see Juggernaut coming? Because I didn't. I didn't see that. Like,
I kept hearing rumors that he was in it, and I was just like, all right, well, maybe this big guy is the Juggernaut. But like, there were no set photos. There was nothing officially like put out saying it was a Juggernaut. It was literally just people saying like, I hear the Juggernaut's in it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I didn't read up on anything for Deadpool 2. I was like, I'm gonna see it. All I knew was Zazie Beetz was gonna be in it. Like, all right. Yeah. Fair enough.
I was still shocked when I seen him, because I was like, "Oh shit, it was true."
Yeah.
Like, they said the big guys over there, but then like they said it, but it was never like a point of like this guy's here. We got to keep an eye on this cell. They just went on with the rest of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
And then the kid goes back and gets the big guy, and you're like, "All right, so this guy's gonna come out."
Yeah. Who is it? And then when it was like, "Oh shit, they did the Juggernaut."
Holy shit, it's the Juggernaut.
Like. Yeah, that was.
It was funny because he was excited. He did
yeah, and then the fact was funny that he did the voice. Ryan Reynolds did the voice of Juggernaut.
He said, "I'm gonna rip you in half now,"
and he did it.
He just ripped him in half.
And he's like, "Oh my gosh, you really gonna do it?" And the next, oh shit! Like, it was. Oh my gosh, that was a pleasant surprise. And then the kid, I didn't recognize him until I actually had to do research. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's.
What do you call it? Fire fist?
something.
That's a dumb name.
And it was that orphanage had a big deal, had a big part to play in comic books too. Yeah, see, Deadpool had some Easter eggs.
Some nods.
Yeah,
Easter
it did.
eggs.
It really did. I thought it was funny that Josh Brolin did good as Cable.
Can you tell me something? Did he have dubstep in the future? Dubsteps for pussies. That shit was hilarious. It was like, what do you say? Thanks to you, we'll be something. It was like, thanks to you, I know what a grown man with baby balls looks like.
Oh God! I mean, the thing is that happened before. So you remember they like what was what's the boy name? Bull Miller.
Yeah.
Can't remember his first name.
TJ
Miller. He's like, oh God, not again. Like this happened before.
He did say, oh God, not again. He was like, look, he's doing it. He's going full Winnie the Pooh. Yo, everyone else is like, oh my God, stop.
So the whole thing about this movie though is like you're not sure exactly what the sequel is going to be or if there's going to be a sequel.
Yeah.
I mean, once we see how this Once Upon a Deadpool hat goes.
Yeah.
Well, since it's the PG-13 retelling.
Yeah. So the Russo brothers have said that the X-Men and Deadpool will be in the MCU, pending the merger.
Yeah.
All that goes through perfectly fine. They have plans to put him in the MCU already. Whether or not Ryan Reynolds will be back as Deadpool, I can't see them not getting him to just stay. Because you think about it like this. You keep him as Deadpool, right? All the jokes you got, if you put him on a new cast of X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
You can do it again. Like,
oh, yeah.
You can continue those continuity jokes.
Yeah, and then you got that with even Robert Downey Jr. if you could get him back for one movie.
Oh my God, I would love to see that. Iron Man and Deadpool, dude.
You need to get Iron Man, Deadpool, Rocket all in one room.
Oh my goodness, and just let them talk
and just see what happens. Somebody's getting shot.
Somebody's
getting shot.
He would shoot. I can tell Rocket would shoot Wade. Blow his fucking hand out and it grow back, and then he'd be fucking freaked out.
Yeah, and then probably Rocket just start blowing other shit off just to see it grow back.
He's curious like that.
Yeah.
So, I want your fucking hand, dude.
So how much for the eye?
He was like, how much for the gun? Not for sale. What about the arm?
Oh, I'm going to get it.
Oh, I'm going to get that arm.
But, so the next movies on the docket you got is The Dark Phoenix coming out June 7th, 2019. Written and directed by Simon Kinberg. Same dude who did the writing for like Days of Futures Past. He's the guy who I thought was going to lead Fan Stick to some great things with his writing.
I didn't know Bryan Singer wasn't coming back for Dark Phoenix.
Nah.
It completely changes my opinion on that movie. It'll probably be completely different, like with Matthew Vaughn. Completely different. Hopefully we get Matthew Vaughn different and not Brett Ratner different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's Simon Kinberg, so you know he what was it he did? I'm trying to find it. Hold up. Bear with me, dude.
Hey, take your time, man. Got nothing but time.
Nah, I won't say that. Yeah, so writer-wise, he got Mr. and Mrs. Smith, X-Men Last Stand, Jumper, the screenwriter, Sherlock Holmes, the Robert Downey Jr. one. He's the screenwriter on. He wrote Days of Futures Past.
Oh man.
He came up with help with the story and screenwriting, and then he had the story and screenwriting for Fantastic Four.
Fan Stick, that one?
Yep.
Oh fuck.
And then he did Apocalypse.
You guys want to hear a funny story about Fan Stick?
I can't find that article.
I got it.
You still got it?
Oh yeah, I got it. Oh man, no, not the article, man. Me and you went to go see that movie together.
Oh no, I'm talking about just the article. I swore it was gonna be
Oh
a
no,
good movie.
I still got that. Hey,
I can't find it.
fanboy.wordpress.com. Check it
I
out.
can't find it on there. Where is
It
it?
should be on there. It should still be on there.
I can't find it.
Oh yeah. When we left the movie theaters, right? This guy swore up and down. He was fighting me about that movie being good, and I was like, "This movie was fucking garbage." It was so funny. I was so like mad. Like I was like, "Yo, this movie was so fucking bad," and you're still pointing out things like, "No, but this was good." And I was like, "Yo, this shit was terrible. It's fucking awful."
Well, I told you I don't try to fucking super tear down.
Well, see,
It's like that. It's like the thing we had. We had that saying. I know the movie was bad. I'm trying to find bright spots.
I paid money to go see it, so yeah. And I paid money to go see a bad movie. That's one of the worst movies I ever paid to go see. And I was pretty upset.
That's the whole thing. I've paid to see worse.
Nah, I haven't. I mean, you want to go see Sucker Punch, so I didn't go see
I saw The Master of Disguise.
You poor soul.
So, again.
Oh, man, that movie was fucking terrible. We watched it at school one day. Like, that shit was bad.
So, I've spent my money in worse ways.
I think the worst.
I spent my money on marijuana that didn't do anything. I could have smoked potpourri. At least I would have had a fresh scent.
Dude, I think the worst line I've ever heard in any movie that I've actually seen anyway was, am I not turtly enough at the Turtle Club?
No, the best line was when he was fucking, when he was supposed to be, what's his name? Scarface. Tired of Heaney. They're tired with us and salty nuts. Like, what the fuck?
What was his name? What the fuck was his real life?
Oh, Dana Carvey?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, back to this Dark Phoenix. So Simon Kinberg's going to be directing it. He wrote the story for it. It was initially supposed to come out in April. No. Was it
February 14th?
Yeah. It was. Then they had the reshoots. It was completed in October. Then they had reshoots a year later.
Oh, it's completed last October?
Yes, October
Holy
17th.
shit.
Then they had reshoots late last year. Well, late 2018.
Damn.
And then you got February it was supposed, then it got pushed to June.
Yeah.
And New Mutants, that comes out August 2nd of this year. That was supposed to be February of 2019, and that got pushed out to August 2nd, 2019. That was supposed to be an April 2018 release.
Yeah, I knew that was supposed to be. We seen that trailer for New Mutants last year.
Yes. And they got that pushed back.
And we seen that trailer like last summer.
And now it's honestly, I think that's going to be a one-shot type of.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to put that movie out, make whatever money they got, and the mouse is going to be like, all right, we done with y'all.
Yeah. And they don't even play the trailer for that shit anymore. They just stopped.
Well, because it's still a year away.
Yeah.
It's not a big movie. We're not going to.
I've seen that trailer when I went to go see Thor Ragnarok or something like that.
That's how that trailer, because it was supposed to come out.
Yeah, in a couple months. At that point. And then I didn't even know it got like delayed.
I remember it got delayed, but I'm sick because I was wondering, like, you got an X-Men horror movie,
right?
This is that's what it's supposed to be, a horror movie.
And was this like did they ever say like where it fell in with the timeline or anything like that, or they just like fuck it, like here's New Mutants, there it is?
I don't remember what they said beforehand, because like right now you can say one thing and you don't even know what the hell is going on because it got pushed back. Yeah. Also, looking on the list, it's supposed to be Gambit, but I don't think that's not coming out. You'll get the Flash movie before you get Gambit.
The Flash movie, my goodness, I keep telling people that Flash movie ain't never coming out. Never coming out. They went through a page one rewrite fucking last year, changed the director like 3 or 4 times, got pushed back again. Like it's not happening.
Yeah. As far as New Mutants, they don't even tell you when does it take place. It just says 5 young mutants just discovered their abilities, while held in a secret facility against their will, fight to escape their past sins and save themselves.
It sounds alright.
But the thing is, for me, I don't know most of these people.
I don't know any of them.
Got Cannonball, Sunspot.
Oh, look at that.
And Mirage.
Sunspot and Mirage.
Then you got Wolf's Bane, chick who can turn into a wolf.
It's gotta be dope.
Magic.
Magic.
Magik.
Discount Zatanna.
Elena Rasputin.
Okay.
Yeah. So those that's what's in the future. I don't know. I honestly think this is going to be a one shot.
Yeah.
Just
I think that's it. Like both of these movies are just going to be the end for both of those franchises.
I think I'm just saying. I think Dark Phoenix is going to shut it down as a try to round. This is what the Fox X-Men universe was, and New Mutants. We got it out. Let's see what money we can make off of it.
Pretty much.
That's how I think about it. Almost 2.5 hours, dog. It's the first long episode when we came back. It's a big deal, dude.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You got anything else to add before we skedaddle out of here?
Nope. Looking forward to Dark Phoenix. That's about it.
That's June, right? You get through.
I'll get.
You get
Captain
Avengers.
Marvel and Avengers.
Yeah.
So. And then Dark Phoenix, and then Spider-Man.
And then Spider-Man. So you'll be all right. Oh, dog. And then you still got Lion King and Aladdin in between that.
Oh yeah, right. Fucking next year's gonna be an awesome time for movies.
And I think Toy Story 4.
And Toy Story 4 is gonna fall somewhere in there too.
So income tax time, right? We just gonna buy movie tickets. That's all it is. I ain't looked up, but yeah, that should do it. We gotta figure out what's the. I guess next week we get y'all figure out what the next show is going to be. Just tune in next time.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Same rap channel, same rap station, and all that other places.
Yeah,
Well,
just make
housekeeping?
Sure, just make sure you like, share, and subscribe on all whatever podcast platform you like to listen to us on. You can also check out the podcast at thefanboy.wordpress.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and anywhere else you like to listen to your podcast. That's all I got.
All right. Well,
like the Facebook page.
There you go. It's been real. We gotta change. It got changed to under construction. What is it now?
It's just a name, but I recompressed the image so it'll actually fit into the bar.
All right, you got it. Good stuff. All right, guys. We get at y'all next week. Y'all be good, be safe, and all that other good stuff. Peace.